Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to VR Master League, here on, what is it, Wednesday. Yeah, got some matches, more matches, of course. Is that ever not the case? I don't think so. So we got a few in a row, maybe even more than a few. For those who tuned into the last stream there, Kangarillas versus Aurora, did misspeak. I mentioned Ethereal would be playing Mayhem, Project Mayhem. That will be after this one. So my mistake on that one. But yes, High Ping versus Chimera here. We have Ethereal versus Project Mayhem. We have Old and Feeble versus There Is No Team. And then Vapor versus Echoholics. So that is your lineup in this series of streams. With that, welcome back. Yeah, I'm Palidore. This is, again, Week 8 on Channel 1 here on Wednesday night. One person made a bet on the polls. Is that so? 3 people made a bet on the polls, but I don't know. Is there enough people? I can always run it again if people are filing in a little bit late. Let me know. Need this, especially for 4 in a row. Did actually have a player drop there, so I don't know. There are people who want enough people to actually warrant restarting, and I could. Otherwise, I suppose, yeah. Might not be a terribly productive poll this time around. But I hope everyone's doing well tonight. This will be, again, our second stream of the evening. Not on the day, though. We have had, of course, as often is the case, European matches also casted earlier on in the day. So, yeah, wherever you are. Alright, well, we can try. Let's see. We got, again, some of the players maybe rejoining, coming back. I'm not. Hopefully they get back in soon. It's one of those cases where, because we are kind of busy schedule-wise, we won't be able to necessarily wait the whole 15 minutes as far as casting goes. So I'm hoping they get back, but because everyone's kind of piecing out, I'm slightly worried of a server switch, which ideally wouldn't be the case, but if they do need it, we'll see. I didn't actually get a look at what the pings were, though, so not sure. Oh, hopefully that gets figured out. Reopen the polls. Okay, fine. I shall. Since we do have a few minutes, it looks like, so. Here, I'll refund all the points, since, again, it was only a couple people voted on that, so. You have one more chance once I actually get this typed in. Alright. Yeah, okay. So poll will be open, I don't know, 2 minutes. 5 minutes, I don't know. For late stragglers, we'll put it at 5, I suppose. So there you go, it's open. Vote as you may. Meanwhile, give me a second, because here, I'll put myself on mute, which I can do nicely with just didn't want you to hear my clicky clacks, so. But typing up at the teams there just to figure out what might be going on. Looks like, I guess, a server change, but. Alright, if we can get into the server in the next minute or two, that'd be good. But again, honestly, we got about 3-4 minutes before I would have to just peace out of this cast, just due to the long schedule. So we do request teams, you know, if you're being streamed, especially in those busy hours, be mindful of the teams coming after you on stream, because otherwise we can't dally too long. So we do ask players get their servers and stuff set up, you know, 5 to 10 minutes before before our cast actually begins. So hopefully we'll stick through it here, but can't bear through too much of this, unfortunately. You know, if there's not games following them, you know, I'm content waiting. I don't have an issue with that, but it's more so just for the teams coming after that we try to take care of it, you know. So let's see. Waiting for, oh, there you go, got my invite. So, don't mind the lack of anything on screen for a second. I'm going to try and get in this next match and hopefully start right away. Hopefully. Yes, drinking. We'll need a lot of this tonight. So again, 4 in a row here. I hope. I hope. Okay. While I reload into the game there, Abchu, no, sorry, AB Chu, right? Oh, wait, is that a pun in itself? Hold on a minute. Beat you, I'll beat you. Is that? Did I miss that? Because if so, I'm so disappointed in myself, not you. Nonetheless, I've been going with Abchu, but allegedly, I was wrong. So, yeah, if these teams are ready to start, we're good to go. I didn't mute myself, did I? That's okay. You can listen to my clicky clacks. All right. So, well, let's see how that goes. I'm hoping for the best though, because I do want to stream these teams as always. I never. The worst thing is pulling out of a cast. So I never like to. It's just more so, you know, we can keep on times. Of course, they're by all means they're allowed to take the full 15 minutes as rules state. Like that's not an issue so much. It's just, you know, the busy slots of the night. Here, you know, what, like roughly, I don't know, 5 to 8 Pacific-ish. That's usually when it kind of starts. But no, you can't hear my clicks. How about now? Well, good to know. All right. Army Strong in there asking who won between Kang and Aurora, not Anomaly, Aurora. That was Kangarillas in 2. Manifold saying for my 1000th stream, should freestyle. We'll see about that. Huh. Maybe. Probably not though. Put me on the spot. Nervous. Yeah, it is coming up. I think this is my 993rd, maybe 94th, something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna hit it tonight, but probably tomorrow. Now, technically, if you factor in like Challengers Cups across the seasons and finals, things like that, I'm already over 1,000 at this point. It's just those ones aren't tracked yet on the website. They will be in the future, but you know, website for now has only ever counted the weekly matches. So yeah, technically I'm over 1,000, but as far as tracked weekly matches, I'm almost at 1,000 tomorrow. All right, well, they may be having issues, so I mean, 12 minutes pass. I'm getting to that point where I want to cry because... Okay, good, they're gonna start. About to say, wait as long as we can, of course, but try not to delay too much on the stream end of things. Smooth Right in asking what kind of webcam I have. I forgot the model. What was it? It's Logitech. It's not 4K, definitely. It's actually... Oh, that would have been, I think, actually on that joust. But nonetheless. Oh, hold on. I think I might have gotten switched up on my sides when they switched up on the servers. Well, that said, off on that throw. And it is the case. Let me switch that real quick for you. There we go. Anyway, Logitech, what, C920 or something of the sort. Pretty popular model of it, I think. I mean, I have just like some filters in there to change, like to sharpen it up a little bit, but that's about it. That said, sharpening up on their first shot, it's dark. So, high ping, and that is correct, high ping on orange now. I don't think that was the case in the first server, but it just got switched up on me when we changed. High ping will be on the board first. Yeah, something like that. C9 something. C9. 20, 22, 24, 48. And it's Dune right down the left straight. Chubby Asian here to Toucan. Toucan with the players all in line of sight, so I like that. Good spacing on the team. Have a bit of a lineup of plays, but that one is not going to be on the mark for the catch. So Chubby and Short. Short getting stunned. Meanwhile, up high, it's Toucan flying just like a toucan, and Dune getting it saved there by Dark, or stolen out of the air essentially on that snatch, and back into the trap, or into the trench. Gonna bounce a few different times before Cthulhu picks it off. Cthulhu over to the station. Got Toucan, and the defense now just retreating for high ping. It's gonna bounce though to Dark. Dark over to that side wall in the clear. Prime liking the t-shirt. Why, thank you. Got the Star Wars going on there. Meanwhile, they fly by. It's a drive-by snag and shot there. It's Dark. Back-to-back. Granted, a minute since the last one, but back-to-back no less. Dark the first couple of goals. 5 points for high ping.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Smooth Ride slinging some slander over at Prime. How rude. Now, speaking of old peeps, we are seeing some old peeps of sorts later on, once again on the stream. As taken back by Chubby. And what I mean by that, of course, not was it Old and Feeble, name of that team. We're gonna see later on tonight versus Tint. There is no team. So yeah, we're gonna see some old peeps, and I guess if you trust Grumpiest Broom, I'm apparently an old peep as well. I'm a boomer. Or at least I'm getting there. But we'll stave it off for as long as we can. Cthulhu there, getting stunned and losing the disc. That's going to be a deep clear with some success, bouncing right back to the blue. But overtaken by Chubby without too much issue. But they were piled up, so they didn't really have any passing options, just had to go for a clear again. There will be Toucan in the area getting stunned, however. Dark able to send that, and wow, through the dark, finds the light again. He is hot, he is Ignite, and that is indeed a king right there, not a BTS. But I'm just saying, what a shot, that was Super Saiyan. There, whoever asked for that earlier, there's one for you. It was kind of janky, but I tried. In any case, that was a fantastic shot. Dune with a disc now, launching out here. Dune over to the station, being stunned right off the station, and Toucan will get the disc back still yet. Chimera trying to find their first scores if they may. It's still 6 minutes left in this round, so not too much of a hole that they've dug. Although 8 points isn't pleasant to see, it's not impossible to have a little scoring spurt of their own. Nonetheless, taken here by Chubby, and that's going to be right through to Doug on the catch. Doug right down Main Street and down the lane, the bowling lane, bowling shot. But they are balling right now. Short Luke. Meanwhile, maybe balling in terms of sad about this start here for Chimera, but you know, they are a team, just like Chimera is a beast of many faces, yes? So they can turn that frown upside down and bring it right back. Still 5 minutes left. It's like, see Punda in there, and you know, well, one of fellow OCE men in PAMWow, one of his favorite terms in these situations, right, is if one team can score 10 in 5 minutes, guess what? So can the other. And Chubby Asian right on cue to maybe get it started. There's their first 2 points right at the halfway point. So hey, start of something new. It's musical. But not in high school. And what's up, Poggin? Poggin. Yeah. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Where is the PAMWow? Well, PAMWow was here, was it last night? I think it was last night. Yeah, it was. My days are all off track. That said, that pass is perfectly on track. One more handoff to Toucan. Oh, the anchor shot as well. That came off with a lot of speed and strength. And hey, continuing that build back, like I said. That's 2 scores for Chimera in about a minute. Less than a minute, maybe. So hey, right back to this being a game. Seeing if they can claim those thrones. Now, here's aces, and it is indeed aces. The last time I casted them, I couldn't decide if it was forces or aces. That said, that shot almost forcing itself into the goal off that bounce would have been stellar, if not unusual, off the backboard. Well, that's a nice pick off by Short Luke. I think going off the backboard in that particular case, it took off just a tad too much speed off of the throw, and that made it all the more pickable on the defense. So seeing if they can go pick some cherries and get that going, it's Dark, who has been a carry here in the side of High Ping to start this round. Just in the sense of the offense, obviously enabled by the team, enabled by the stacks, they all had to do it, but Dark is up to 10 out of the 12 points. Wolverine wishing he was playing. Well, why aren't you? You can tune this in on your headset maybe, or in the background, and go play. You can play and listen. I'll go heavy on the play-by-play so you know everything that's happening, which I'm not doing right now, am I? So the disc gets lost up to the top wedge. There we go. And picked off at the pack by Cthulhu. Cthulhu now up the floor. By the cloud as Chubby spaces out on the opposite end. They have one at the backboard, their little clock, but instead the time gonna be not on their side as Dark gets another pick off into the blue field. So sending it that way as some leeches as well, meeting each other right outside the bubble from that corner, passing it up to that nest. There's Dark inverted, but getting stunned by Toucan. Toucan up by the cloud. Has the open tunnels while his teammates try to get up the floor, if they can. If they can do, if they too can. See if they can get that disc in their hands, but instead losing it. So taken back now by Chubby, and hey, they get another score, back within 6. 12-6, favoring High Ping, but Chimera making a little run. Still 2 minutes left.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Puggan asking how my day's been. Been pretty good. Can't complain too much. I'm healthy, mostly happy and safe, so I'm good for myself. And I'll see me again real soon. How are you? Glad to have you in here, though. Dark is awesome, says Punda. Now, hi there, I'm Doug with a pass off to Dark. Dark over and out, right into the goal. Dark continuing to absolutely kill it here. Dark is awesome, apparently. Yeah, agreeing with Punda there. What team are you on, Poggen?
6, 5, 4, 3.
Remind me. Also, shout out to Avarice, Avarices. Good to be seeing you. On this catch, though, there's Dark again. Oh, what a beast! That is a monster in the dark. Wow. 38 meters, fully confident, 18 meter a second fling. 10 seconds into that joust off the turnover. That is immense. They're back up by 8, and or 12, my math is, yeah, all kinds of wrong. 18 points. So just in a hurry, thanks to Dark, scoring so fast that I couldn't even keep track. Now on track for the grab was Doug, but unfortunately it still will go in. But yeah, piling on those points, so now it's a 10-point game. But 30 seconds separating between now and the end, so with that, round 1 will be certainly going to High Ping. But talk about what a start. What a start for Dark. Now, to Chimera's credit, no! No, 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 no! Dark, again! What a ridiculous round from Dark! I can't even believe what... 19 points! Why not? And I lied, I can believe, I can. Almost every single shot hit by that player right there. That was nasty. And not only was the shots in volume, but they were accurate too. It wasn't just shooting and missing, rebounding. No, it was shooting and making almost every time. Crazy start. But in any case, yeah. I mean, again, I will say for Chimera here, they still put in some runs there late after struggling a little bit early on. They made it a close game. It was it seems like only a couple minutes ago, honestly, only a couple minutes ago, there were just 6 points separating these teams. And then suddenly, a blow up from High Ping. So that was pretty nasty, I must say. Pog in there saying on bronze, Chimp Force 1, gotta start. Yeah, absolutely, gotta start somewhere. The thing is, even for a lot of these teams in silver and gold, diamond, even master in some cases, like a lot of the players you see at these upper divisions, they have not been in Echo terribly long in comparison, you know? Obviously, master does have a lot of veteran players in it, but I mean, beyond that, you know, in the other divisions especially, we're seeing a lot of teams who only just joined in the last season or two. So Echo's blown up quite fast, so even you gotta start from somewhere. Wouldn't be long until you can find yourself definitely in, you know, up the divisions, climbing those ladders, climbing those ranks. Excuse me, because you might be able to tell I'm getting a little bit hoarse, as is often the case. Or a little bit dorse. There's a pun in there somewhere. But yeah, so a little bit of stoppage here. Now, again, hoping this doesn't go on for terribly long in terms of the timeouts and such, but teams will do as they need to do. Just need to be on my end. I'm just trying to juggle all the streams and what I have to do timing wise. Cause TikTok, go follow me. The time is now. I don't have a watch, but I'm hoping to watch all these games and cast all these games coming up here soon. Frostpod, you're awesome. Thank you. And I'm gonna try to pronounce this one right. My eyes are bad. Mazzolini, I think. Mazzolini. Yes? Sorry, like I said, eyes. Eyes. It's too small. I think that's right, though. I will hydrate once again. And again, and again, and again. So, appreciate that. And Frostpot as well. But alright, again, we'll see where. But currently, it's in a timeout. By the by, in case you weren't aware. So, a few minutes of it. They're allowed to take up to 5, of course. I think they're getting their players back in. I mean, there was one player on one of the teams here who did have a ping in the hundreds, but as far as I saw, it was just the one. But we shall see. In any case, let me see, what else am I missing there? How much soda do you drink in a day? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Or maybe you should worry about it. Is this an intervention? Sugar intervention? Look, I don't have any kind of sweet tooth beyond soda, really. Like, I don't have a lot of candy or sweets, generally speaking. I just, you know. Look, I've given up soda twice before. Like, there were 2 separate times I stopped drinking it for like a year. I'm not denying the fact that it might be a little bit unhealthy for you. I mean, the first time I stopped drinking soda, I didn't change the rest of my diet at all, but the first time I stopped completely cold turkey, in 1 month I lost like 12 pounds. Can you believe it? I went back to my normal weight after I lost all the sugar. Now, I've cut down a lot, but you know, keeps me going these long days. Anyway, what's my favorite, says Poggin. I mean, I'll let Chad answer that. This is from earlier in the day. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Ever so close to my heart. See, look, even Punda got it, and guess what? They don't even have Dr. Pepper in Australia. They're insane. They're absolutely nuts. That said, okay, so yeah, timeout is over. You might have heard that. I'll just for the sake of it go to the gameplay screen for the next minute so you can stare at something else and also maybe get a look at some of the pings. So, oh, don't mind that. I didn't do anything wrong on my overlays. Anyway, regardless, we got about 40 seconds left on this one, so Round 2 about to start. And we will be a little bit delayed there on the master match. Although I do say that sometimes, you know, server things, master teams, you know, they take a few extra minutes for a change. I'm hoping that that's actually the case. I'm hoping they're late to start their servers up, so we don't have to be delayed on Project Mayhem versus Ethereal. All right, so with that, round 2 going to start here imminently. There you go. So we'll go check this out. Smooth Ride and saying Ethereal is something different this year. What does that mean? Love me some Ethereal, though. Love me some Project Mayhem as well. Of course, we had B-Love casting one of the matches just a few days back with me here on Channel 1. Gangsta Bunny loving the sweet tea. Well, I got some sweet tea for you, so listen close. We've got round 2 coming up right now. So that is the tea, and I just spilt it, but Chubby Asian here, trying to send it. Now, a little too far to the right, but maybe a rebound will be had, but instead, Doug is there. Now, see, the dangers of soda, folks, is the fact that I gotta go press the old mute button so I can, not burp on stream. You did this to me. Whoever made me drink the soda. That said, no one made me. My choice. Dark here, who had, again, an immense round, and I mean immense. Well, 19 points, I believe, right? It just ridiculous. That said, picking it off here at the bottom of the floor, Cthulhu. Gonna hold on to that one. It was 21 to 8 on the scoreboard. Unless I'm mistaken. I could be. I'm pretty sure it was 8. Short Luke here with a disc, the recovery. Now, nice little spin there from Dark. But let's see if they can get the disc back. It's Toucan with it instead. So 1 minute into the second round, scoreless still here. A little show and go for our Toucan. And nice delivery to Dune, I like that one. Meeting the disc right along the middle, a little bit too high beyond the reach. And you can see the arm even going out as well. So maybe even hitting a ceiling. I only say that because I've been there. I did a lot of things to make room in my room for Echo VR. As a lot may know, I even got rid of my bed in exchange for a hammock just so I can have more horizontal space. But vertical space, those tall or short ceilings, I could never do anything about them. So I have hit my fingers many of times here in my play space. Never a fun thing. Toucan here, that would be a fun thing if they could score, but instead it's a less fun ding. And trying to fund maybe some points, get some cash in there, cash money, just like Dark was in that first round. Right now they are in the running. There's Toucan, maybe even in the flying, in the no-fly zone. Let's see if they can get it right back, but the goal just missed and taken by Doug. So Doug to the trap, that's gonna hit into the wall. Trying to contest this one, there's Dark. And trying to just wind that up somehow, curling it around all that geometry immediately on the stack, and then in full force, it's the ace. And they get their score, not really in spades, but they will get the first ones at least. And 7:33 still remaining here in the second round. And they're good to go. Now, Army losing sound. Hopefully it was just you and not me, although ideally it wouldn't be either of us, right? Hopefully you're back in the mix. What's up to Hunter Wilden? We're Wilden right now. Aces Wilden. That's back to back in just about 30 seconds or so between those goals.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Smooth Riding saying, uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's uh-oh? The stream lagging? Game lagging, or are you just talking about the players? Don't say uh-oh. Right now, uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, it's 6-0. High ping, back on the score sheet thrice in the last minute, or minute and a half. Make me nervous. People saying, uh-oh, sounds out, and things like that, and then I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my stream. Everything looks good on my end, but I wouldn't doubt something going wrong just because Caster's curse and stuff. But Toucan here with a disc and trying to get it up the floor here. They've had a few chances at scoring to start this round. They were all up in the orange bubble, but just couldn't really get those opportunities to connect. Just like that one from Dark, a rare miss from Dark. But nonetheless, back out to the midfield. There's Doug with a take back and sending it to Short Luke. Short Luke over to the bow tie. Doug driving it into the bubble. And another narrow miss there, dinging again as Short Luke rebounds. A pass to the side and then off of the back. 8-point lead here for Hyping. And we are hyping ourselves up for the remainder of this match and the next ones. For sure.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Of course, for those tuning in now, so following this match, rather immediately we'll head off into Ethereal versus Project Mayhem. As I was kind of saying, I kind of hope this is one of the occasions where teams are actually a little bit late getting the servers on. Happens from time to time over there, so yeah, I'm hoping for it. But either or, you know how the drill is, right? We'll join either in progress if they start early, or if they wait, we'll start when we're in. So either or, but have several matches here all up in a row for you guys. So looking forward to each and every one of them. Smooth writing in there saying something about blaming B-Love. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know why. Actually, no, I feel bad about that because I love B-Love. So I'm not blaming B-Love. Let's blame Skinny. Okay, that's much better. Anyway, Chubby over there off the loss on the disc. Another pileup forming. Not a lot of time to really work with. Toucan's gonna try and clear it, but that gets stuck in the mid. Short Luke with the disc and maybe an open window. A little bit too narrow, but still a rebound. Wow, what a quick fling from Aces there. But over to Doug as Chimera will try and defend this one. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job. Nice dive from Chubby. And also the clear will eventually bounce a few times before getting through that tunnel, or at least almost. Now some stuns as well from Toucan, so putting on some speed and some good defense. If they can find one more chain, perhaps. They do have one in the deep back line, you can see. Now splitting off, so maybe wisely. A good snag from Cthulhu, and they need this too, but instead stunned by Dark. Another grab by Toucan, so a lot of chances, and another backboarded shot. Wow, off the anchor. Not even sure if it was intended for the backboard, but they're back on board in this match. Randy asking Ethereal Mayhem win as soon as this is over. Looks like I do have my first invites from Ethereal/Mayhem as of a minute ago. So good. I think they only just got their servers. Pleasant news for me. So we're not gonna be super delayed, maybe. But yeah, so a few minutes, and yeah, as is the case, we'll go right into the next stream, right into the next goal. Look at that beautiful handoff play. Love that from Aces to Short Luke in the short range.
11, 10, 9,
It's good stuff. Oh, see Jason. Speaking of, hello. You're here, which means you haven't started yet. And yeah, of course. I'm sure you guys were right on schedule, and I'm the one who's super late here. I'm sure. But yeah, we'll be happy to get to that, and if things keep going this way in the next couple minutes, but let's see. A nice snack from Doug. So again, I think for Chimera, I mean, you know, I've been able to stream them at least once or twice, I believe, this season, and maybe even more. Definitely, you know, the players themselves I recognize in part from Season 2 especially, as that almost goes in, actually, but these players definitely are, you know, super talented. They know what they're doing, and we can see it when they're getting onto the other end of the floor. They are struggling a bit, I just think, on once they get towards that bubble, being able to find some connections on these passing plays, because you know, they've been forced into a couple of these anchors and whatnot, but just a lot of aggressive defense. You can even see it here. Like, look at these players contesting each other. All the meanwhile, the offense gets going in the bubble. Dark scores from the bottom, assisted by Short Luke. But you see what I mean? Just relentless are the high ping players at the moment.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so a minute and a half left, and it's looking like Chimera. I mean, they can get some more scores, but it's just one of those times where you look at the clock and it doesn't look quite kind in the favor of comebacks. But we'll see. Over by that boot. Actually, no, to the nest. Another beautiful pass, but a better save. What a grab being had there. A fantastic one. Looks like maybe even a crash potentially, but I'm not sure if it'll hurt them all too much. That was some good looks some good Lukes even. But speaking of, there's Short Luke getting stunned, or at least getting it slung to the opposite end. Now this might enable some time for another score last minute here. Toucan, and oh no, Doug! Hi there and bye there. Back to back, Doug doing the dirty work on the defense. Wow, wow, wow. And this is what I'm talking about as a drive from Dart softly sails into the goal. This is what I'm talking about, right? Chimera, those were both of those opportunities. Those were great looks. Those were right in front of the goalie, only a few feet out, a few meters out. And they were still saved twice. Those are the ones that'll kill you, because you feel like for Chimera, you did just about everything right, everything that you could have done, and it still pans out, well, the way that it did. So that is really tough stuff off of literal, well, defensive stuff. And there's another defensive snag, and now trying to stuff the goal one more time, but instead it's going back to the midfield. So with one more fling, and maybe even one more goal, just a ding. Well, we are on a roll, and we're gonna be rolling into the next stream quite soon. So, as is often the case here, I'm going to send you quickly to the score screen, but you won't hear from me for a minute as I switch to the other match coming up. Ethereal and Project Mayhem, stay tuned. All right, welcome back. See, didn't think it'd be too long, right? We're good. We're good. We've got a master tier match here starting up right now, and that's gonna be good. Of course, of course. I'm Palidore, and this is VRML Channel 1. Channel prediction starting right now. You got 2 minutes, so get your votes in immediately. Or else. I don't know. Appreciation to these teams, though, for waiting. Being on standby there off of our last match there between Chimera and High Ping. And yeah, we're about ready to start here. Ethereal versus Project Mayhem. Again, we have a lot coming for you as well later on, or continuing to. So after this match, and actually because of the little bit of delay, might have worked out time-wise, because at the 15-minute mark, the next hour, so about half an hour from now, Old and Feeble, aka Turbo, basically, Old and Feeble versus There Is No Team, gonna be happening on this channel. Following that is the Smooth, the Raiden, the Echoholics, and Vapor. Just saying, you got a lot to look forward to. Yes, sir. All right. Now that I pinged in the right place, right? Okay, yeah, I did. Just making sure. Everything is good. We're stable. Ugh, water. I don't need it. I don't need it. Frostpod. Pally is life and is destiny. I am alive. I don't know about destiny, but I'd appreciate that. And you're cool in more ways than one. Because Frost. Palace in there now saying, so we can win more. What? Win more what? Please bet. Oh, please bet on Ethereal. What is this going on here? This is some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Collusion, I think. I don't know. Go play your game, Palace. See, Jason, what's wrong with you? Go play your game. Good luck though. Have fun, Palace and C. Jason and all of Ethereal and Mayhem. All right, we're going Mayhem, and may the Force be with all of us. All right, let's go. And like how I even did that on the fourth count. Why did my thing mess up again? Don't mind that. My overlays are just taunting me right now. That said, the Law gets the first goal, and that was immediately 4 seconds. Wow, unreal start there, Project Mayhem.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Now, between this, I'm gonna restart my stuff so you don't get a look at those messy, weird overlays anymore. Could have been one of my fault kind of things. See, I'm not love or life or destiny. I botched it. That said, they certainly didn't botch the first goal. Let's see, JL off the backboard, rebounded up high, looks like by Palace. So had the opportunity, but weren't able to quite get that one, sending it down to the trap. See, Jason with some nice coverage. Was it on Palace? Oh, I was hoping it was on Palace just because they were both in the chat. That said, right back off the ding will be to JL. JL, though, getting stung by the punch. And Palace sending a clear. Now Ethereal trying to recover, and they will. Nice read on the disc there, the way it was going, but the Law, immediate read to the backboard. B love. B stands for back. Board. Backboard love. Sounds like an awful marriage of words, but anyway, they still get an assist, they still get a goal, and they're goaled in. Super Buddy. How's it going, buddy? Of all the friends I have in Echo, you are the most buddysome of them all. JL Graham with a disc here, over to maybe the bow tie. Nope, just gonna let it fly by and be stolen here by B-Love. Griffin, yeah, prediction polls were ran. It was very brief, but they were ran a couple of minutes there just before we began. Next time around, though, we'll run them for every match as long as I remember. Single shot there with the clear as well as the stun, then the boost, doing a little bit of everything. And look at that as a result, and the shield. Oh, single shot, just putting in a little bit of everything there. Now, if only I could score on this one, will not be the case, man. I'm just sad because that was highlight potential. He did, again, punch, a save, or no, a steal, a clear, a punch, a boost, a recovery. Just missing the score. B-Love is not. 6 points, the way of May. Him.
11, 10,
Frost is cool. It's in the name.
7,
Frost is even Frost Pog. Shout out to Pog also, if you're still in the chat. Exactly, smooth riding on that X Games mode. Yeah, for those who somehow maybe don't know, B-Love, former X Games. In fact, he competed in the first ever X Games, as I recall. Legit. B-Love is sports legitimate across numerous avenues. No less here in Echo Arena these past few years. Definitely a stellar player and a stellar guy all around. That said, up high and interstellar from the space sits the Law.
11, 10, 9,
Steel Sky saying put Super Buddy in.
6,
Wait, did I miss something?
4, 3,
Super Buddy, you are on the roster. When did this happen? When did this happen? All these developments I somehow missed. All right, well, interesting. So yeah, I was not aware. So over there, it's the Law, and the Law, well, they're very well aware of how to score. 11 points up now. So how about that, Super Buddy? You know, I'm wearing my my Star Wars shirt today tonight. You were on Project Hope. Maybe this is just all Project New Hope, which is to say, well, not Project Mayhem apparently, but ethereal. I don't know. You could have went from one project to the other, so maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying. The wordplay was there. In any case, that's cool. That's cool. Over here though, Vanzi sending it over and actually picked off by single shot. So let's see, maybe this can get them going. They have the open goal, a little bit of a bounce that will delay them slightly as Mozzie going for a very, very good shot in the upper corner. The goalie there bothered by, who was it? I think it was Single, not positive on that, but nonetheless, that was a very good patience, because you see Mozzie they had the initial lane, maybe they could have taken that one, but then opting to just wait for the goalie to be bothered, you know, recognizing and communicating that they had time, and as a result, they found the right place. Like that, good discipline, and such, and such, and such. So, from the Law. Now, the Law's been having a pretty good game here so far. Single shot, though, looking off that wall shot. We've seen that from some players. I've seen that at least once or twice in the last week or so, actually, these short-range ones. I think one of them came from Anomaly the other day, but Vanzi there, going up to the Law. Had a great view of the Law there on the cameras. The Law looking for some leeches. Meanwhile, Palace trying for the bounce, but single shot with the coverage and the delivery back to C. Jason. Now, C. Jason linking up with, maybe a goal almost. So hold on, Vanzi actually taking back the disc. That was dangerously close to actually a goal. But back into the orange end now, and goal is open, and the shot is made. Palace with the golden chalice. 14 points now for Project Mayhem.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Super Buddy in there saying too many bear leggers. We don't know who to root for. Super Buddy in Friday Night Community League? That's illegal. Nonetheless, taken here though is C. Jason. C. Jason over to the trap. Single shot over to the opposite. And Mozzie with a deep fling. Oh, that was so close to in, and I thought it was, knowing Mozzie, but the Law will get it right back instead. That is a tough miss. Tough miss. But if they can get back here, they still might be in position because the defense is out of the goal. That said, they'll still get a clear partially. Taken back by single shot. Now here's maybe their chance. No, it's going to be covered. So look at that immense defense being played right up on the faces of Ethereal. They're still gonna find that pass up to the shoulder. Now cutting is JL Graham, and Mozzie cutting through a couple defenders there, slicing it for their 4th point. They bring it back to just 10. 10-point difference. 3 minutes left.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, Super Buddy, I thought so. Bartstar and or Frostbot asking about games and casted and stuff. It's a variation of things. I guess while it's still here for a minute, gives me mix of hype votes, which you can see on the website. And hold on, I'm gonna hold that thought because getting the disc back, it's Mozzie. That one, yeah, not gonna miss twice like that. Absolutely not. They bring it back within 7. So to finish my thought though, hype votes get factored in, but it's also dependent on how heavy the schedule is on a given time frame, what casters are available, you know, all volunteers and such, and so there's no specific schedule that casters have necessarily. It's just what matches are there, what's hype voted, and also what the most, like the higher ranking matches. So, you know, Masters is gonna get channel 1 priority as channeling in with some high priority shots is Ethereal. I should shut up now because this is turning into a match all of a sudden. Off of some back-to-back-to-back steals and stunning shots. Interesting. Point is, we try to stream everyone we can though. Channel point rewards, you can also redeem 15k to get casted. Now, to the game though, 1 minute 40 left, only a 4-point differential. This is a really nice, even regardless of how this round turns out, this is a very strong showing from Ethereal, showing that just because they're down doesn't mean that they're out. Because right now it is back to being anyone's match here, especially with this defense. There you go, JL Graham. What a fling though, and what a grab rather from, who was that? I think Vanzi, but over off to B-Love. B-Love now to Vanzi, and completing the goal. I want to amend what I just said. I think it was Palace with the grab. But in any case, what a nice one to put them back up by 6. That could be ice-ish, maybe. But still a minute left to go. So yeah, I mean, good work by Mayhem. You know, we've seen Mayhem plenty as any Master Team here on streams, and we know what they can do. They're dangerous, really dangerous of a team offensively and in terms of the speed. But single shot up there to Mozzie from that shoulder. There they go again. 42 seconds left. They're gonna go for a fling. Oh, I think they were going for a 3, maybe. Trying to get that, but it was 7 meters deep. So that's tough because it now makes it necessary to score twice still. To force an OT or a win, which is not going to be possible at this point. So, yeah, they definitely needed the 3, and unfortunately couldn't get it. But as I said, no matter how this round panned out, the fact that Ethereal got over that hump and you know, put up double-digit scores when they were just kind of drowning for a while, thanks to that Mayhem defense. That's still something to be said for Ethereal and what their outlook is for the next round. So good stuff on their part, but of course, Mayhem, they're going to take this first win. Pardon me, just doing the old hydration and such, as Avarice actually does redeem that. Here, for that, I'll even take some of my invisible drink. Sponsored by Invisible Ink. No, we're not. Yeah, that one's nice and warm. I brought that in way earlier and I never actually took it. So, Ethereal still making that a close one, as I said there. Only 4-point difference. Looking good. They'll be fine. Project Mayhem, though, they'll be fine if they keep this up. And they'll be fine, and I'll be Fonz. I don't know if he's in the chat, but hi. So, yeah, 12 points from Mozzie. Again, that barrage, like I was talking about casted games and whatnot, and Ethereal was still down by nearly double digits and such, but then Mozzie, oi, a few goals, a few steals in no time flat, and made it a game. So I'm excited for this next round. Let's see what happens. All right, so launch, and wow, that's just gonna, well, be a headbutt that actually goes right back to midfield. Will be taken by JL. JL Graham through midfield and chasing it down off that Nuggets. Will be recovered by the Cloud. So there's Graham, and up top to Mozzie, but the ding, unfortunately, still a recovery from C. Jason. C. Jason over to Single to Jiggy. JL. By the way, when did he change back to just to JL? Because I was so used to calling him Jiggy for a while, but whatever the case is, it will be back into the Nugget. Taken here by the Law getting stunned actually, so Jason will get the disc back. Anavelli asking what's happening. Well, not much. What's happening with you? I know you didn't mean that, but regardless. What's up, Hana? Palace here with the disc, looking up top to the Cloud. And the Law bringing up the floor, so 1 minute in, and scoreless. My brain isn't deceiving me. I think that's how we started the first... Oh, maybe that was the earlier game. I don't know. Time is a construct, and one that I do not have just as much as the math. Numbers, but recovers! See Jason with another great grab, and doing that year to year, season to season. You know Jason. Gonna do that, and do that very, very well inside the goal. That said, what a stack! And the attack. See Jason, 88 at 88 miles per hour down the field. That was a blitzing, blazing, amazing stack to get themselves that goal after the save from Jason as well. So with that, first 3 points to Ethereal. All right, so the Law with the disc. The Law sending it over, just missing, what was that, B-Love. So this is gonna enable Ethereal to get another chance at offense here. And just imagine, chat. See Jason with all the disc, the handles being lost there, they're still gonna get it back. Mozzie cleverly avoiding. Look at all those maneuvers with the disc at hand just to avoid the snatch from the defense. That said, single shot going for it looked like maybe a winding kind of shot, a little wind up to throw off the defender, but unfortunately that gave just enough time for the defense to punch him from behind and take the disc right back. So with that up to single losing it off and into the ceiling. A single shot now. Beautiful handoff play to Mozzie. They're up by 5. Great start to round 2. How about that? As I said, the stuff that they were doing in round 2 towards the end, or round 1 towards the end of it, that was all suggesting that they'd be fine for Ethereal. They'd be fine in this round. And so far, so good. Project Mayhem, though, putting up those 16 strong points in round 1, so... I mean, I can only imagine a score is gonna happen right about now. Now, that was almost snagged by C. Jason, but just squeezed that through. Great assist from Palace to B-Love.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And chatting there, enjoying the assist. Just insane it is. Another one, a little bit less on the execution than they wanted, but you know what? A stun and a steal. That's just going to get right back. So making up for the mistakes. And with that retake, it's single shot this time, assisted by C. Jason. And they're up 5 points again. Trading goal for goal in the last couple. But yeah, 4 minutes into this round now. And looking like even a third one could be coming along should Ethereal maintain what they're doing. And hey, 88 viewers in the stream there to match C. Jason. How about that? So let's see if C. Jason maybe can produce something off of this play in honor of it. Let's see, up in the trap, it's going to be taken by Graham. And Graham over to Mozzie. Mozzie to the side, single to the barrier, and turns around, but does not bury it, unfortunately. Taken back, though, by Single. What a hot pass that was, but what a shot that is, quite literally, but getting stunned. Mozzie with another rebound into the goal. 9-2, halfway through the second round.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Chat doesn't know how to react.
3, 2, 1.
Look, it happens, okay? It happens.
Blue sends it
You know, sometimes you gotta take your chance to sneeze.
clears it out of there.
Sometimes it works, sometimes you just sneeze. But whatever the case is. They're up 9-2, and that's what matters for Ethereal right now. Especially after that slower start to this game. They're looking pretty locked on, just like Mayhem was in the first round. So Vanzi up from the cloud, you see all this defense in the outer reaches of the bubble. Everyone pretty much covered here and trying to play that bubble positionally and cut off these lanes. They're doing a very good job of it. That said, the Nest pass, unfortunately, everyone diving! Oh, see, Jason! Somehow just keeping him alive here in this stand defensively. Now Palace gets there again, but right through the wickets. And that is a 5-point game. Again, off of that Mayhem score from Palace. 9-4.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, so Mozzie and co will be see Jason there looking to react. And score back again. They've been holding on for a lot of this round now, a multi-goal lead. You would not want to see, if you're Ethereal, you would not want to see this become a single goal differential at this point. You want to be able to keep that pressure and keep Project Mayhem constantly on their feet in this round, constantly on the back pedal, where they're always in a tiny bit of an extra rush to score out of necessity, right? So for Ethereal here, prioritize the high percentage looks if they can. You know, if look isn't good, just back it out a little bit, try again, and you know, drain some of this clock. It's the last third of this round, so they can definitely put Project Mayhem in even more of a what am I looking for? A press, right? Where they have to push harder and they have to start leaving the goal more and more. Things like that. Now, that said, just a quick side-running pass. That was a great dive from Vanzi. Really smart dive on that one. Short range as it was, it still worked out great. That shot maybe in? No, that was really close though. And it still will be actually rebounded from B-Love. So, as I said, this is the last thing you wanted to see, because now they're within 3. And Ethereal, though they're still in the lead, it's not quite as comfortable as it once was just a few seconds before. So for them, definitely have to score here quickly. I mean, not quickly, but just score at all. You know, put them back up by a couple goals. Don't just keep Mayhem off balance and off beat. Oh, but the show and go, instead it gets denied and taken right back by Palace. It's a tie. 9-9 in round 2. And Project Mayhem, much like Ethereal in the first round, putting in some late game goals consecutively off of some turnovers that they force to make this a game. So gotta be careful right now, because this is crunch time, and any more mistakes for the next 2 minutes, anytime now, it's going to be all the more painful. There's B-Love with the disc now, another turnover. That's gonna be sent out back to Vanzi. Momentum has shifted immensely in the last couple minutes here as Palace takes back the disc. Palace over to the Law backing it out. And now to Vanzi. See, this is the thing. Now they can afford to drain the clock and play it slow if they want, just to get the highest percentage goal that they can. But losing possession there, big stun, big steal. Maybe even a bigger shot about to go. There's Mozzie with the goal. They're up by 3 points. Little over a minute left, and that is a massive, massive hit and a massive give up for Project Mayhem. So back up. And I'm sure chat knows exactly what I'm gonna say right now, but they're up by 3. There's 1 minute left. Do not give up a 3. Or at least not an open one, is the main point, right? You want to make Mayhem score twice, 2 2s instead. There you go, turnover. So turnover cause, there's a stack just overshooting. Both stacks actually overshooting. And 3 stacks overshooting. Their 4th one finally gets a disc. There's single shot, but unable to find Mozzie. Mozzie was trying to cut, but Mozzie got cut off by a stun. So trying to delay that a little bit, but here it goes. That goal, gotta be careful. No 3s. I'm gonna say it again, no 3s. Gotta get someone in those lanes, and maybe some ice here if they can make that one a weird bounce. Will eventually get back into the bubble before up to the cloud. So with one more pass, one more finish, but no, could not seal it off. This may give an opportunity if they're not careful, but instead slapped out of there by a single shot in the tunnel. So could not close the game with that ice, but might not need it. At this point, a deep fling, but just no time on the board. So, round 3 is a guarantee real soon. Wow, I'm sure Ethereal is sweating, though. I was sweating. And not just because of all these lights to the front and side of me. Alright, so over to the score screen, courtesy of Ignite, VR.gg. Gotta wear my Ignite shirt on one of these streams one of these days. Even do another Renegade. Just kidding, of course. All right, this has been a good one. Give me a second. I'm going to hydrate myself with my invisible drink. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. All right, so again, folks, we're going into round 3 here between Ethereal and Project Mayhem. After this one, scheduled to start roughly, let's see, 8 minutes from now, so we'll be slightly delayed no matter what, but only slightly, a couple minutes. We'll have not Echoholics, Old and Feeble versus There Is No Team coming up, and then after that will be Vapor versus Echoholics. So 2 more matches after this. It's gonna be a fun time. So hopefully you guys join me and continue to join me, or if nothing else, you know, have fun while you're here. I am. Round 3, about to start. Frost asking how many people have saved 15K to get their game streamed. Well, we integrated it, I don't know, maybe around week 3-ish, I want to say. And we've had maybe a dozen or so. That said, a steal here by Mozzie. And Mozzie sending it right through mid. So let's see if they can continue this momentum that they started that last round off with, and kind of lost a little bit towards the end, but That's why I have no idea who's going to take this one quite yet, because really, it's just been a game of runs. Currently, they're running up the score to 2 for Jason and Ethereal. But both teams really have had their peaks and their valleys, their ebbs and their flows. I'm not really sure what exactly is going to happen here right now. I can't say either team is in a solid rhythm. Both of them are just too competitively close together, which is of course what you love to see. But yeah, it's just could go either way. So over to the midfield, that's going to be another take by Mozzie, perhaps. A nice ender move, and over to see Jason trying to end it, but instead getting lost a little bit. Might not matter. Oh, absolutely not, though. What a save there. Was that Vanzi? Great defense. Once again, we're seeing from these players. Like I said, they can do everything, everywhere, anytime they need, as Mozzie takes it right back. Now, the defense trying to gather themselves, and they're pressing out pretty far out of this bubble. The lone 2 points here so far for Ethereal in this round, and trying to put it up just a little bit more. So you see Jason over by the Ghost, JL to the ramp. So playing this cautiously at this point, which you like to see, because sometimes when it gets frantic, you do need to breathe. And now, some relief from Mozzie, the absolute beast of a player here offensively, just over and over, close range like a shotgun, and 4 points on the board, 21 so far on this the series. But with that, we do have a timeout, as you may have heard. So yeah, we'll activate some music there, courtesy of Fixed Gaming, of course, and hopefully these players can settle whatever there is needing settled. Rocktor saying, name a more iconic duo than Mozzie and Top Pocket. Can't. Except maybe me and Dr. Pepper? That's a pretty iconic duo. Trying really hard to get sponsored here. Really hard. Alright, so again, not quite sure what it is. Have an eye on the board there. Maybe just someone, I don't know. Someone ordered pizza, and it's probably Wit. Ordered them pizza. They had to go answer the door. Which is to say not me, but the door in their house. Hanavelli, something chicken nuggets. Oh, yes please. All right, so also for those tuned in earlier on today, this isn't our first block of streams, of course. We had earlier on Kangarillas and Aurora, another master match, and that one was taken by Kangarillas in the 2 rounds. Able to feature that one, these 2 master matches here tonight, and always glad to do so. These 2 teams. Again, teams that we've seen on stream quite a bit, and that's the nature of Master Division. For Mayhem, trying to build some of that momentum here in Cycle 2, and kind of make the record all the more close for Ethereal. They've been putting on a lot of wins in a row as well in recent weeks, even dating back to the last cycle. So they've definitely been on a tear of their own, as tearing it away was Mozzie. So a deep throw and single shot, couldn't quite complete it. Rebounded there by Palace, and trying to contest Palace as he just barely gets that clear. But Jason takes it back away, has Mozzie there, and back to the pack. So Mozzie bouncing it now to single, and quick tap out to Jason. So again, putting in some of that patience now. We saw some of these fast stacks earlier and the fast moving offense, but at junctures too. Again, part of those flows of Echo, you're gonna see some slowdown and the throwdown from Mozzie.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
And yeah,
6.
Joe Mother over in the chat asking about the badges. That is correct, as As Super Buddy says, towards the end of, well, after the season ends there, is typically when they'll be rewarded within a few weeks of that or so. What is it, 15 games this season, I believe, right? 15 matches? Yes, Joe Mother. I'm glad to have Joe Mother in the chat. Now the Law with the disc. 6 minutes to spare, but no points on the board quite yet. Might sustain, because there's another turnover caused here by Ethereal. A great leech from Vanzy. Vanzy trying to recover, and does. See, JL Graham had one option, and it was a single one. What a great recognition from JL Graham to find that pass, and then single shot able to catch it and finish. That was looking like a dire situation, and that just turned into a fire situation by the end of it. Not too shabby. So, 8 unanswered points. Avarice asking if I hydrated since you redeemed. Yeah, between the rounds. Yes, I did. And I appreciate it. And you know what? I'll do it again. But over here to B-Love. B-Love bouncing it, but no. Single shot showing no love for that. Now losing it. Law takes it back. Law from the shoulder. Trying to go for a backboard play, but instead bouncing back towards that pack, towards the wedge. Mozzie, another fling. Kind of 180 just about as JL will take it and send it off that side panel. Now it's going to roll pretty close to the goal. Pretty close indeed. And right back at them at the side, see Jason just waiting here for Mozzie to recover before maybe that pass about to go, but now covered off by the Law. The Law again ping-ponging between the players on defense, that is, and doing a nice job to cause a turnover, at least for a second here. Knocking the disc every which way. There's B-Love now. Knocking some heads a few different ways with those stuns. There's a Stacks now. A chance, and maybe no. Gonna be snagged. Single shot, and shot was also a little bit high, it looked like. So after, again, 16 points in round 1, 9 points in round 2, this round has been ethereal as a rebound will just be missed. Taken here by Mozzie. Mozzie gonna be in, I thought, trouble, but no. Trouble in the name of Mozzie. Mozzie Osborne and Ethereal is reborn in this round, looking strong as ever. I did not think that Mozzie was going to be able to get it past those 2 defenders. One right in the edge of the bubble, one inside the goal, defending that. Somehow, some way, Mozzie gets it done up to a lot of points, which is to say, 26 of them, in fact, here in this round, or in this series. But the double stackage coming in from both teams, all flying through it, so there's the pace picking up again, as I mentioned, and obviously for Project Mayhem, well, the pace necessitates being quick. They don't have time now to slow down because they are indeed on their heels, trying to send it over, but that's going to bounce right back out. Just a couple missed connections here, and right in the tunnel as well, another one is going to be missed and just taken maybe to a rebounded play all around the clock before it drops for Mozzie. 13, Baker's dozen. And going Duncan with those donuts around the clock. So, with that, I mean, 3 minutes left. The time is about, realistically, the time is about going to be out now. That's a huge lead that they've built up for themselves here. You know, I said going into the third round that I didn't know who had the rhythm because both teams were just up and down a few different times across rounds 1 and 2. But now it's pretty clear. Pretty clear, as is that goal. JL Graham, 16 points. Now this is kind of in the danger territory of maybe a mercy in the coming minutes if Mayhem can't, start closing it off on defense and just start stonewalling them in these last two and a half. Rocktor there and there saying only 18 meters. Shake my head. And I say this as someone who never could even shoot close to that, at least not accurately. I don't even think it was ever possible for me, even in CV1, to shoot 19, to be honest. But that said, off the shot, I'm going to bounce back to the Law. I've tried, I just could never get it. I literally could not ever shoot 19s, much less maybe 18s. That said, from 16 and 18 meters a second, it's B-Love. Getting on the board now for Project Mayhem. Finally took them 8 minutes of action, but just trying to play at the very least. Again, for that matter of pride, to keep those scores close. You know, and just keep away from the mercy if they can. And doing so far. A nice little three stack. They all split up at the end. It was very aesthetically pleasing, gotta say. But over to the nest, see Jason with it. They, at this point, you know, feeling comfortable that they've got it in the bag. Not the sealable one, that was earlier, but still yet. It's Mozzie here trying to seal this away with one more passing play right through a few defenders. Back to the bow tie, and from the bow tie to the double diamond. Back in the early Echo days, I used to call this double diamond and this bow tie. Sort of. Anyways, back to the bubble. I didn't really call the double diamond. I didn't call that one bow tie, really, but I did call this one double diamond. It took a long time to break that habit, let me tell you. In any case, though, see Jason with a disc, gonna back it out to set double. Always a good spot to reset from, and single shot now that you can see they're just running down the clock. They've got a very, very big lead here, and not looking to really give anything away that they do not have to. That said, everyone overshooting, unfortunately, although they did get there first for Project Mayhem, as I stutter a little bit over myself, but it will be Mozzie with a disc over at the Nugget. Right under and right over. And what almost a softball kind of shot, right? That was the windup on that was just intense. Hard to read if you're a goalkeeper. Needless to say.
8, 7, 6.
Joe Mother says, I'm confused. They're a Master Silver Top 10 low gold team. What? Is chat doing something to you? Are they trolling again? They do that sometimes. Shame. For shame. But that said, what a round from Ethereal. That was honestly just a ridiculous turnaround from the start. 'Cause they came out kind of slow on their steps, it looked like. And were in danger in round one legitimately for like the first 2/3 of that round. In danger of getting blown out in round one. Turned it into a close game. Took it into round two. Did much the same and kept building upon it. And then, yeah, by the end of it, round three that is, just blew up. So stellar effort there coming in from Ethereal. I'll get the last scores there for you in just a second. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the next match. That is to say, though, so stay tuned. You won't be hearing from me for a second, but I'll leave you on the stat screen for a minute, and we're going to be back with There Is No Team coming up next. And they're facing off against the Old and Feeble. So stay tuned. Hi, So, welcome back to the stream, guys. We have There Is No Team, we have Old and Feeble, and, well, we're about ready to get started. Appreciate these teams for waiting a few extra minutes. So, Old and Feeble coming in here in, formerly known as, more or less, basically, Team Turbo. Now, a lot of the familiar players coming back in here. From prior seasons, and again from Turbo, most of these players coming in. I had a little thing I actually wanted to read, their website bio, which was very entertaining to me, but since we're a little bit delayed, I did not have the time. But maybe if there's a timeout, I will have some time. So let's see. We will have a team, because there is one, over here on blue. And it's going to be taken here first by White Dragon. So, alright, we're going. And taken here by Interceptor for Old and Feeble. Guy over there trying to stun him out, and does so. Kind of double KOs and trying to jostle for position. Immediate boost there from Dragon and Nathan, and trying to drag it in, and it is. It's a 2. It's, There Is No Team up first. Great boost, great turnovers caused. 30 seconds in, that was a flurry. See Platypus in the chat there cheering on David. Who's David? I only see Nathan, Guy, White Dragon, and Shady. There's no David. Interceptor, though. There is an Interceptor, and there is an interception. There's White Dragon. Back to Nathan. And Nathan just missing the catch there, but Shady actually will grab that one. Has a pass over to the barrier. White Dragon tapping off and sending it, actually handoff play to Nathan. Nathan hands it off to Shady, and Shady with the plays. I don't know if it's that Shady, because that was quite bright. Great connections, great connections. I like the passes, and I like... again, I like the through the chaotic nature of the defense. I like teams' abilities at this level to be able to just stay disciplined and stay calm, even though those situations are very, very hectic. Now, Technowubs here, sending it way deep down, and that's going to be taken up top eventually by Jay Devlin. Now, Jay Devlin, and wow, that was a great shot from 20. The Jay Devil.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Hey, Platypus, that's correct. Yes. David, yeah. Just Joker guy. Yeah, sounds about right. Cosmic there being stunned, however. White Dragon, a clear. Now, all these players jostling for both boost and leeches, either or. Of course, all the way up and down the floor here. Now, finally a 3 stack links up. And links 1. That is music. Shout out. But anyways, White Dragon. Of course, shout out Link 1. Wow. You know what I mean. Link 1 music. Anyway, the outro music that you hear there, you know, with the little echo themed sounds and stuff, that is made, indeed, by the Link himself. So just shout out to that. I don't feel like I shout that out nearly enough. So anyway, Technowubs here with they pass off to the corner. Gonna miss its mark just by a little bit, so Tint is gonna have to get into the defense, and actually maybe not, because White Dragon was there with some stuns, offering a lot of trouble on a silver platter. Rad Nathan now with a attempted clear. That's going to bounce a little awkwardly. Taken back, though. Good hands and recoveries by all these teams as they pile up on the floor. Over in the tunnel now, White Dragon with some separation. A pass just beyond the reach. Now, if that was Guy, that definitely would have been caught. But we'll be over here to Nathan now, picking it off the panel. And back to the logo. What are you doing there, Guy? That's not for you. That's for Nathan and not David. But over there, and White Dragon, of course. Over there, it's Cosmic with a great grab and sending it through. Stacks a little bit quicker was Devlin and Co. The goal is there, but so was the defense, able to turn around and accommodate. There's Nathan clearing it. Now you can see there in the midfield, White Dragon was just looking for someone to fly by on that leech, and did so successfully. Now White Dragon's gonna get the goal because of it, thanks to Nathan. But you see that over in the midfield, right? Off the clear, White Dragon was just kind of ping-ponging right here. Yeah, in the middle, waiting for somebody, whether teammates or enemy, to fly by so they can pick off a stack. If it's against an enemy, of course, as I'm sure 99% of people in here know, it's referred to as a leech. You know, you're leeching the speed off of the opponent. But either or, point is, recognizing that, hey, might have been on an island, you can still find something to do, still grab someone and try and make a goal out of it. And he did, just like Technowubs absolutely did. It's a 3-point difference here in this game so far. Very nice round one from both of these teams. Halfway through it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so on this launch, it's gonna be taken by Techno, but another both teams a little bit of a misstep there, but quick to the recovery, and they're gonna get a goal. Brings it back within 1. So not sure if that was one of the cases where there was an accidental grab on one of the teammates, grabbing teammate instead of the disc, or if it was just a case of miscommunication on who was QBing. Definitely an unfortunate turnover, but Old and Feeble, to their credit, were able to punish eventually off of that. Sometimes those open ones are in fact the most difficult shots to make, because it's those ones where suddenly you have all the time in the world, and now you're not even acting off instinct anymore. You're thinking about it. So that's not an uncommon sight to see from time to time. Those open ones actually be missed because of that, thinking too hard. But that said, picking it up here, it's White Dragon, a soft one, and just barely dinging. You see White Dragon now posting up, so just waiting for the play to develop, either or. Again, I gotta point out that kind of positioning, right? Instead of getting lulled into, getting the disc, a hold of the disc, then will be White Dragon again in the bright space. What I'm talking about, though, instead of getting lulled into piling up too much, offering a passing avenue and a back out, a reset to your teammates. So White Dragon, very smart player, just knows where to be and how to be on the field. Down beneath, Technowubs trying to get the recovery, and Technowubs will! And Technowubs that. As I knock over my drink. That's how good it was. Now, Technowubs, definitely a familiar name on the stream here. Casted Techno and co. Again, as part of Team Turbo, granted, but recognize a lot of these players. And Techno was always just an incredible scorer last seasons and stuff, and really just knew how to fill it up in a hurry. Interceptor here, great to see Interceptor back, of course, who's a long time player ever since the initial few months of Echo on the PC, back 2017 beta days, and well, they've seen better days, and there's some shade from Shady, up to a 1-point advantage for Tint. This is just neck and neck. And what's up, Vacant Ace? Welcome back to the streams, and Nadash, also welcome back to the streams. You get a third shout out. How's it going? Or where'd you go? What'd you do? What happened? Did you take a pizza break? Like Wit? Yeah, I saw Wit in there earlier. Pizza League Season 3 win? I don't know. Rad Nathan, though, with a attempted clear. It's not going to get anywhere except back to, well, himself maybe. But back to Interceptor in the midfield. Now Technowubs, open goal. Oh, tough giveaway, and off of that, the lane just being left a little too open once the turnover occurred, and Technowubs will receive a assist there from Interceptor to give him a 1-point lead again. Quite high scoring in this round. 21 points combined between these two teams. I have shouted you out, Nadash, a lot. But I mean, if you say hi to me, I gots to say hi back, or else what kind of pal am I? Certainly not one who adores. No, gotta keep it nice. Gotta keep it friendly. All right, now trying to keep it heady there with some of the headbutts, but Shady getting it stun stolen, and now Technowubs a chance to push them up by maybe a couple more. They're up by 3. 1 minute remaining. A little bit less than that, in fact, after this joust. And Old and Feeble. So far, so good. With that narrow lead.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I do not know what you mean over there. I do not. White Dragon with the disc up top to Guy with a nice handoff play right back, a little beyond the reach, just on the fingertips essentially, but will be picked off nonetheless. Back here to Interceptor. 30 seconds left. There's a turnover. They need this. They really, really need this. And that's going to be sent out and just passed. And that clear may be ice unless Tint can get this back immediately. But the seconds are ticking and now they are 80 meters away from where they want to be. So with a 3-point lead, with some dancing and one final heave, trying to get a little fancy with it. 7 seconds remaining and some more just dances, tap dancing even on the floor, showing the handiwork. And with that, hats off to Old and Feeble, because they were looking mighty limber, especially there on some of those floor jukes to just drain out the last 10 seconds of clock. They will take this first round. I don't literally think anything. I don't know. Normally when you say, you know what I mean, it has another meaning, but I'm not sure what other ways that can be interpreted. Don't blame me, blame yourself. Your wording was strange. But it's not my weird mind, it's your weird wording. How dare you? But yeah, first round in the books. In the books. And as we, let's see, there you go. Get the stats pulled up for you guys. See, I told you my eyes are a little bit bad. I gotta blow it up on my full screen here. But yeah, 8 points for Technowubs. As I said, frequently a high score on whatever teams he happens to be a part of. Now 8 points there. 5 points for Devlin. Over on the other side, it was 4 apiece for White Dragon and Shady. Nathan with a couple as well. And we are heading back to round 2. All right, so let's go. And they went. There's Tint off this joust first. Kind of pile up here forming, just chaos, as it tends to get sometimes on neutral jousts, but a lot of time for Guy to recover, not too bad. And Mighty Quinn liking the shirt. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of matches, a lot of casts here, kind of in a row this evening, and I needed the Force to be with me. That's all. But we're in the right place. We're at the right place. We're even at the right place. And I know that's not how you pronounce that, but well, actually, I think technically at is acceptable, not just at. But never mind. Someone call at anti, because we're getting back into this game with this connection to the bottom of the trench. It's Interceptor intercepting the connection back into the other side, and right in the stride, it's Cosmic, and that was mighty quick. Too hot and too sick. 3 for Old and Feeble. Credit to them.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, so out on the tunnel, out the tubes. It's White Dragon up to Guy, and can never remember what this is called. We never had a name for this block. Somebody inform me. Up here, though, to the cloud, White Dragon. And right through mid lane to J Devlin. J Devlin right into the bubble. Technowubs, and that's another 3. That is trouble, for there is no team to start round 2. Back-to-back 3-pointers in very quick succession. Now, see, I know this one. Separate note. I now know that this block, of course, Ghost. Makes sense, because Pac-Man, Ghost. Yeah, I like that. This one never actually had a name for that when I was playing. But anyway, over here to Nathan, and Technowubs, another stun and steal. Maybe another 3 even on the way. Let's see. Nope, it's just going to be a 2. And trying to fling it in was Cosmic, but getting stunned by White Dragon. White Dragon, Guygasm as well. Over to the tunnel, trying to link up if they can, but just getting broken up in that midfield. No one able to really get some grabs, so that gave time for the midfielder to get it back, but just the same, Guygasm with a great dive, and now some great chains. Look at all those regrabs down the floor, and the almost gentle score off the stun. Recovered there by Guy, putting in all the work, and sweating, no doubt. That was just end-to-end in no time flat. But now needing to come back instead, the open goal, and oh, it's a 9-point advantage for Cosmic. And Old and Feeble by extension. But big 3-point hit there. And on the other end, Tint had some great looks. The stack was perfect. but just the stun from the defense, kind of undoing that good situation that Tint had almost developed. But these guys are developers of scores. We know that they can get this going. So let's see. Techno Wubs, however, Techno's been going. Techno's been smoking. That is some broken technology right there. You don't never want that to be smoking, but he has been indeed. Speaking of, though, that's a pretty smoking stack, a smoke stack, if you will, and will be a shady recovery to the 2. It's 9, 2-2. Shout out Tutorial Bot.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
With that, to the launch, getting their first couple of points, and they really needed that for Tint. Suffice to say, that was just an incredible first few minutes of this round that Old and Feeble has been having. So, good on Tint to get a goal, and maybe good on them to do it again. Let's see. That's going to bounce high. Rebounding it as Nathan has a second, and that was a tough shot. A great one, though, from Nathan. Not the easiest angle whatsoever, but he had to do it. Had that gone any other way, that likely would have been picked off by the defender. If nothing else, just a ding. I mean, not the easiest shot, but Nathan is very, very professional with those bounces. As I said, since the very beginning of time, practically. Just impeccable at the geometrics of Echo Arena. So really nice. Now, had it miss, yeah, would have been risky. But not missing that one. Guess what? White Dragon 7 puts Tint up to 7. And after what looked like oh, my mistake. Wrong replay, never you mind. White Dragon, though, after what looked like danger of a snowball, 9-0. Look at that. They bring it within 2. Impressive scoring run. And this is why we say if one team can do it, in X amount of time, guess what? So can Tint. What a phenomenal comeback that is. There you go. That is just perfect to what we were saying in the past, right? Last stream as well. PamWow's favorite thing to say, and one thing I agree with in that, if one team can score 9 points in 4 or 5 minutes, the other team can score 9 points surely in 4 or 5 minutes as well. And they did. So fantastic job from Tint. Look at this again, another recovery. The momentum has just shifted incredibly so for There Is No Team, and it may continue, but the bounce will not be there that time. So out of the bubble and into the tunnel, and maybe even into a shot. Could it be? That is very nearly a full court 3 taken here by Shady. Has White Dragon attached to the back, wearing him as a backpack. Now Nathan passing it over to Guy at the midfield, and an attempted clear. We'll get right back to them, and look at that, the stack's still patient. They didn't get split up once Guy lost the disc initially, so I like that from them. So Old and Feeble, now they are in a position where they need to score fast, otherwise they'll be in danger of this score just blowing up way against them. Even though it's tied, it's not going to be there for too long. If there's any indication, let's see. Taken back and slapped through by White Dragon. Yeah, what an incredible run. 11 points straight from There Is No Team. What an incredible rhythm that they have found out of nowhere, seemingly. Although anyone who knows this team in Tint, they know that they do this. That was the case in prior seasons where they would come back and out of depths of defeat and just, blow by teams unexpectedly almost, if you were watching. And they would just turn up the heat to, new levels, new degrees. And even this season, Tint was a team that they got started off a little bit slower in the season, dropped a handful of their first games, but then started putting on some shows and started really getting their stride back. And like that, they are up 14-9. Still yet unanswered on this scoring run. Ridiculous from Nathan and co. And we are going to get a timeout, if nothing else, perhaps, just to relax, to figure out the game plan for the remainder of this round, because although Old and Feeble are down for the moment, they're not out, not with 248 and not with a 5-point disadvantage. So not a terrible move at all to just kind of reset the mentality and reset the strategy and figure out exactly what's going wrong and how they should address it. Take a drink. Speaking of, I'll gladly do that right here in a second. I need it. Okay, well, that did not last all too long, it looks like, and appreciate that smooth writing. I won't lie, I won't cheat you. I took it before you redeemed that, so now I'll have to just do it again later. Oh, thank you for that, and we're right back in it again. Look, another grab! Nathan there, no momentum, so it made it a tougher shot, but they're still gonna stack back. They recover, they shoot, they score! White Dragon! Through the fire and flames that they carried on here in round 2. 17 unanswered points after being down by 9-0. Absolutely bonkers from Tint. I mean, round 3 seems almost guaranteed at this point. And I'm not sure what to expect now because, yeah, that was just... What a ridiculous shift of momentum this has been. Jay Devlin won't be able to score that one either, and you know, sometimes when it rains, it pours. When they get the bad rhythm, suddenly shots that on a normal day are 90%, 95%, they turn much lower percentage just because you're not feeling in the groove. You haven't seen the goal be scored upon in a long time, and in the context of a single game, it kind of makes you forget what it's like and how to get that rhythm back. You know, when you're feeling good like Tint is, you know, vice versa, the percentages on your shots suddenly go way up. Even tough shots will, you know, oftentimes be going in, and just all the 50-50s start going your way. You know, rebounds, pile-ups, they start going the way of that high rhythm team. And right now they are riding a tidal wave up to the tune of 19 points. Like I said, absolutely nuts. What a return from them. At this point, Old and Feeble just, yeah, need to kind of figure it out again. I think a lot of this is, you know, just needing to get back some of the focus they had. You can see, you know, when you have those dings and things like that, it can get a team a little bit out of sorts. And yeah, I'm not sure if they'll be opting as a 21-point now lead for Nathan and co. is taken. I'm not sure if they'll be opting to take, you know, the 5 minutes between the rounds or not for Old and Feeble. I would, you know, in that kind of situation, I would definitely recommend it. You know, or at least if I was in that situation, I would definitely just take a couple extra minutes maybe and just kind of reset, because that really, I'm not sure that I've seen, especially at the midpoint of a season. Again, we're talking on the ladder, and granted, I know Old and Feeble is new team, sort of, but not really. You know, MMR adjusted to be here in Diamond, competing against Tint and such, because they were over on Team Turbo. But my main point is here, like, it's not often at this juncture in the season that you're going to see that kind of separation on the scoreboard, much less 21 straight points for a team like that. When it comes down to that type of situation, a lot more of it, I think, is mental than, again, skill or ability. I mean, almost definitely, because there's absolutely no doubting Old and Feeble and what their players are able to do on a normal basis. They just lost it for a little while. So, yeah, well, we'll see what they opt to do. All I know is that round 3, Tint is going in with some serious, and I mean serious, energy. they are, yeah, ridiculous. I mean, look at that. Everyone here putting up a bunch of points or assists. I mean, 13 and 12 for Nathan and White Dragon, respectively. Shady with 6. But again, everyone with assists there. Guygasm with 2, 29 stuns as well to lead things. I mean, a lot of assists from everyone, saves from just about everyone. That was immense. With that, I'm extremely curious to see what exactly Old and Feeble do to react. Because they have to. They have to. And we know that they can do that. That's why they got off to a 9-0 start in the first place in round 2. And that's why the first round was won by 3 points. So they can do it. But at the moment, they cannot miss. Turnover after turnover, and now it's Tint, courtesy Guygasm now, getting his first 3 points on the board in this series, and they're up first in 13 seconds. Wow. Now, again, not an easy shot, right? Wrong. Only because they're in a good rhythm. When you're feeling, when your team is feeling good and confident, I mean, what was maybe, you know, a 30% shot turned into a 75% type shot, right? You feel that good. It's like you can't miss. Everyone is vibing on this team right now. That said, Interceptor here with an interception up to that logo up high now. Taken back by White Dragon. White Dragon down to the trap and off the side panel. Now there's Jay Devlin with the disc. A handoff attempt there will bounce to Cosmic. Now Cosmic trying to maneuver around. Some nice jukes. And almost, there you go again though. Almost the goal. It's going to be pinned off. Some fantastic defense once. Can they do it twice? Might not need to as it does sail off. So you know what I said about the percentages? Well, let's see. A handoff play. There you go. That is exactly what I mean. It doesn't apply to just offense, defense too. When you're feeling in a rhythm, you're gonna start getting save after save as well. And Ding will just barely miss that to complete the play. But like I said, they are cooking right now. They are fried. This is fried tint. It sounds dangerous for your health. Don't eat tint. But that said, Guygasm. They're gonna roll it up the floor to White Dragon. White Dragon from the post and into. What a fantastic play. Snagging and tagging that goal. 5 points. Tint on another level right now. These past 15 minutes. Holy smokes. I'm getting a headache and a throat ache. But they are rocking it right now. All right, well, turnover here again. There's White Dragon from deep. Oh, just barely caresses that barrier. Oh, so gently, but let's see if they can take this back. It'll be Nathan here on the disc and on the bounce shot again. 7 points. So I think for, and again, this is no knocks against Old and Feeble whatsoever, because whether they're Old and Feeble or whether they're on Team Turbo, they've impressed quite enough for me to know that this is not the normal for them. But you know, I think definitely it would have been in their favor to even just take those timeouts potentially. Between rounds, right? Like teams are allowed up to 5 minutes now, even though it can kind of mess with stream schedules at times. Obviously, when it comes to competition, you do what you need to do, and I think in that kind of case, a few minutes off, not only to cool down themselves, but also just to cool down Tint, you know, to freeze them a little bit, because I'm not sure the last time we've seen this many unanswered points extending rounds. This is 28 unanswered points now. Let's see if it maintains. This one, off and in. There it goes, finally. A big drought will be recovered for Cosmic, assisted by Jay Devlin. As I said, I would have been strongly surprised if Old and Feeble went the entire round without scoring at some point. They're just too talented offensively to not. So, that was bound to happen, and it finally did. And it's only a 5-point game. So, like I said, new round, new rules, new game. Well, not new rules, but point is, they're a couple goals away from making this a match in their favor. But of course, Brad Nathan getting a party favor there from Shady and a cool drink into the goal.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8,
Porker in there with the accusations.
4, 3,
Just because they're developers. No, they are a well-developed team. As I said, these guys, from the days of old where they were styling on me in pubs in 2017, and then finally to the point where I could actually compete with them. Man, the fundamentals of these guys is indeed mental over on Tint. Gotta be careful. That 3 almost went in, and once more, had it done so, would have been just a 4-point game. So, for as great as There Is No Team has been, they're still not in the clear for a win. I mean, they gotta be careful. They gotta make every opportunity count, and they do. Definitely do not want to give Old and Feeble any more chances at points and to feel any kinds of good.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Smooth right in there. Say, no. They've never heard that joke before. Never.
And we're underway.
It's kind of like me when I make the
Orange clears it out of their zone.
the Marco Polo thing, which apparently I can't anymore, which I'm sad about. But nonetheless, it's Shady with the disc. Shady with a lot of moves as well around that Geo. Gets it back to Nathan. I know, that's horrible Porker. What's wrong with you? Why would you do this to me? Nonetheless, though, Shady with the disc here. 4 minutes left and 11-2 advantage. And for them, let's see if... Kind of curious if they decide to stall out a little bit at any point. No, they're just going to send another fantastic passing play. That's almost identical to the one we saw earlier where they just cut, pass, and it's perfect. This is not the same There Is No Team that I saw in weeks 1 through 3. Not at all. And I called it at the time. Not trying to toot any horns or anything, but just because I've experienced this as a Tint goes for another one. But no, I called it at the time. I said that it was my belief that what I suspected was that they did not scrim too much in the off-season on Tint. They didn't practice as much as other teams were in Diamond at the time. And they came into the season slow. And like I said, I'm not saying that I called anything to toot my own horn. It's because I literally went through that with Eclipse, right? Going into season 3 of ESL, where we did not stay on top of scrimming, and yeah, we lost a little bit of the chemistry and some of the mechanics and things like that. But more so, it was just kind of the chemistry, the mentality, things like that. As a great shot goes in from Cosmic, cut it to 10. And it took my team back in season 3 of VRL ESL to get back in that rhythm. You know, we had a really off first, 3 or 4 weeks, and it wasn't until the halfway point of that season that we started taking it and turning it around. And that's exactly what Tint has done. You know, I did not feel like their performances in the first few weeks were indicative of what they could do, and once they started getting a few weeks of season 3 burn underneath their wings, they would be fine. And lo and behold, they're fine. Nathan, mighty fine after that pass from Shady. They're up 17-5. So all of a sudden now, midway through the season, very intriguing developments from There Is No Team. I'm curious to see how high they push this because they are in a really rockin' groove. So with this launch, 5 points on the board for Old and Feeble. That's going to get lost into the tunnel. Technowubs and Cosmic are there for a recovery, just dodging through Guy. And over to Shady on the reset. Or the intercept. One way or the other, you know what I mean. But taking the disc back, there's Techno. Goal is covered off by one defender, the other couple coming in. A good passing plays there. Techno not quite able to make the catch. Will still recover off of that. And, ooh, nice dunk. Putting in some spin. Kind of a windmill, that is to say, before the stun. So nice job to put them back within 10. Time is still not really in their favor, but it was still a good score from Technowubs. And now White Dragon out to the station, over to Nathan. Nathan over to Guy. Oh, meanwhile, that's going to be a backboarded attempt. It's going to be grabbed by Interceptor. Interceptor clearing it out right tunnel. About a minute left here, trying to search for some boost if they can. Meanwhile, Techno is there, just scored on that nice dunk a minute ago. See if they can do it again. Putting in all the moves and a one-man army. All around the bubble and all into the goal. 9 points. I'm sure for Old and Feeble, they just wish there were maybe two or three extra minutes, because now they're starting to put on some scores. And this is where, you know, had there been an extra couple minutes, maybe a comeback could happen. But for There Is No Team, they do secure this reverse sweep, or at least they will in the next 20 seconds. The question is by how much. They still have another chance at a score. There's Nathan off the handoff, and one more. Oh, right around town, Shady. So with that, 19-9. And that is the third round reverse sweep to There Is No Team. All right, well, back to the score screen again, courtesy of IgniteVR.gg, one of everyone's favorite teams here in VRML and Echo Arena over the years. Much love, and with that, that was a crazy game. Oh, again, I think it was what? I think 27 or 28 unanswered points, like just 28 straight points, something in that area between round 2 and 3 before there was a score back from Old and Feeble. And as I said, at this juncture of a season, one thing to happen maybe weeks 1 or 2, but midway through a season, that's pretty ridiculous to happen. And the thing is, like, again, they weren't missing, even right on cue, as I was saying about the percentages and when you're feeling good, right? Making the extra shots, they're getting the extra rebounds, they're getting the back-to-back saves, things like that. That's the kind of stuff that happens. That's when you know you're in the zone, right? That's why we call it a sport as much as an esport, because you get those same kind of things where it's like, wow, that team is on fire, they're in a zone, they can't be stopped. Definitely entertaining in that regard for sure. Like I said, for Old and Feeble, while it didn't go their way this time around, you know, for their team, this roster, again, Turbo Part 2, as someone alluded to there in the chat earlier, yeah, they're gonna be fine. Just need to wipe this one off and, you know, on to the next one, as is always the case. That said, next round, next match about to start. I'm just hopping into that server as I speak. So with that, quick intermission, and we'll have ourselves, I think it's the last game, right? Yeah, so Vapor versus Echoholics, that's up next. Do stay tuned, and I'll get you your channel points and all that good stuff in a moment, so BRB. All right, ladies and gents and Echo Bots United, hello, welcome to VR Master League for our final match of the right now. I'm Palidore, we've got Echoholics, we've got Vapor, and your prediction polls, 2 minutes on the clock starts now. So go ahead and vote on that with your channel points if you do wish, or if you don't, that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, I'm excited for a few different reasons. I mean, sure, Vapor and Echoholics, that's good in itself. You know what's really good, though? Got Skinny in the game. It's been a while. It's been a while, Skinny. Just casted with Skinny the other day. Had him on the cast. You're good company. I'm excited to see Skinny play. It's been forever. I actually mentioned this to him when we were like in our voice channel and stuff. I was asking him, when are you gonna play next? Because I haven't seen you play in a while. I haven't had the opportunity. Now I do. So how about that? How about that? Skinny delivered upon my request. This is great. All right. So with that, round one about to start. Let's go, ladies and gents. And again, we're good. We're going. We're golden. And there's Skinny. Hello. back to the logo, taken here by Spoon, Sir Captain. Up top now, it's Drippy Jakey for Vapor. So rolling in with its roster of Hunter Wilden, who I do believe we saw earlier as well on the Twitch streams. So nice, always nice to see kind of people going in from the chat into the stream, the cast itself. You know, like I said, it's a small world, but big community. Right here, it's Hunter Wilden getting it right back. But yeah, it has Hunter, Sweaty, Drippy, Jakey, and Matthew. So we've got Sweaty, we've got Drippy. Man, maybe I should be on this team because I'm sweating all kinds of bullets here tonight with some of these matches and nothing else, these heat lamps next to me. But that said, Sir Captain Spoon, Skinny, and AB Chu, as I believe it is, and Brakara over there by the station, taking it back. Smooth writing in there saying, got COVID, was hurting my team, so Skinny's in there. Well, you know what? Skinny is a good one to have in. Definitely. I mean, got the experience, got the skills. That said, really sorry to hear about you getting sick. I mean, wishing you well, hoping you're better. And see, this is what we're here for on the streams, right? To make everything just a little bit better and allow everyone to escape the otherwise sometimes ugly situations of real life, you know? That's what we love Echo and casting and streaming matches for every single night. That said, Sir Captain Spoon, that's gonna ding off the post. They're gonna have a chance to get a rebound there, but Hunter Wilden taking it, clearing it. But yeah, wishing you well for sure, and wishing you smooth riding once again. See, that's kind of another one of those, right? Like the whole Marco Polo thing and the developer hack thing. I'm sure the smooth riding thing is just... it's abused too much. I gotta retire it. In fact, I will. Never again will I make a pun on Smooth Riden's name. But that set up here to Skinny, up to Chu, and over to Rakara, but getting stunned out and hollowed out, but Captain Spoon gets the goal. How about that? 2 points now. Finally, after 2 minutes of just furious play back and forth, they get themselves their goal.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
See, of course, Newton Dad in the chats. Also on the Echoholics roster. And Sweaty getting stunned out by said roster. There's Brakara, but a great grab by Sweaty. Definitely not the Sweaty hands, because got the grips on that one, no problem. Now Matthew with the disc up to the nugget, up to the bubble, and sends it up top to Sweaty, but Sweaty unable to get the grab. Was kind of contested by the defense, and with that, Sir Captain Spoon and Skinny up the tunnel. And kind of a quick fling there, was worried about the stack impending. And good tap as well from Drippy. Kind of contesting all those players of Echoholics, but that said, the back and forth continues, pinging and ponging every which direction. Sir Captain Spoon got those first couple points earlier on, but Drippy Jakey now, another interception over to the station, breaking free up top. And that's going to be picked off by Skinny. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not on the shot. It almost looked as if it was. Going off those quarter bounces, some people do go for those, just... but that said, a windmiller, but instead getting sent out. And Skinny taking it back, so cleaning up and finding the room. Right past the goalie and Sir Captain Spoon. 5 points, Echoholics.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, so 4 minutes into this game, 2 scores going the way of Echoholics thus far. And does that sound like do I sound like Sputnik? First time I've heard that one. That's almost as strange as when people confused me with Dimwee a couple times earlier in the season. Huh, interesting. Anyway, over to, let's see, Hunter Wilden. Hunter clearing it out. That's gonna be picked off by Matthew, and the lineup on the shot almost on. That would have been really nice. Hunter Wilden with a disc, however, and inside the bubble there have 2 defenders and 2 offenders, and not off on the shot was Matthew. And they've got the 2. Finally.
11, 10.
Worse is when they confuse you with Palidore, says Lolo. Yeah, I hate that guy. Palidore, that is. Awful, awful. But 5 minutes still left to go in this round. And here we go. See, it's True with the disc and True with the duck. Over to Sir Captain, and Captain over to Skinny. Just beyond the reach, or at least a little on the cash, but I'll still have an open goal, maybe. Maybe, maybe. That's a fader, and that's a maker. Sir Captain Spoon. Again, 8-2. That's a great shot, and up to what now? 5 points for Captain Spoon. Skinny had that 3 as well earlier, so hey, not too shabby. He shoots those. He makes those.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams entering the arena. Orange.
All right, so Matthew with a disc on this rollout. Nice dribble up the floor there. The stack kind of meeting halfway. Wow, what a stellar rollout that was. An interstellar on the speed at that. Nice one. I mean, what? Like that was 3 seconds, 4 seconds. It was fast. That's all I know. I didn't actually get a look at the barrier there, but so quick that the overlays didn't even pop up. That's how you know it's fast when scores like that happen. 3-point difference and another turnover, but just as I say that, right back to Sir Captain Spoon, playing some good defense there, and maybe if they get this off quickly, they would have had an open 3, but getting stunned, and now Skinny will back it out a little bit, but couldn't send it to the back line.
Orange clears it out of their zone. Blue catches
So, AB Chu with a disc. Skinny now as well. Skinny up high to Captain Spoon, trying to find, not sure which, kind of toss it in between 2 players. They'll still get the disc back. There's Chu, and Chu to Brakara, but a great dive from Sweaty. So now 2 or 3 times we've seen Sweaty with some good defense, you know, to cause those steals and turnovers, and maybe even a score if they can gather it here. So they will have Drippy and Hunter over on the station, and now kind of spreading the floor, have a good formation here. You see all the players have lines of sight to each other. That's a great thing to prioritize, and they're doing well in that regard. So diving in, and on guard though was Chu. And that is fundamental. Even ABC doing it with ease, but not into the goal, unfortunately. Sweaty, another recovery. So some nice work defensively. Certainly from both teams on either end, but neither team actually able to capitalize upon it. Now, throwing it up, a ramp shot. Seen those a few times. I've yet to actually see one go in, but I've seen a lot of these ramp shots attempted from time to time. You know, they go to the side ramp, and it does put it in a good spot to maybe score, but I've just seen a lot of narrow misses or saves on those ones. That said, a great pass threaded over to Matthew, but offline, unfortunately, just dinging off, and with that, also a crash had occurred over on the side of Vapor, which is very unfortunate for them because they were definitely starting to pile on a good rhythm of their own. Yeah, putting in a couple of goals there, bringing it to a 3-point difference. So with less than 2 minutes left in this round, that could be very, very damaging to their comeback efforts. We'll see how it plays out, though. The hope for them, though, is that they have a Atlas or Invite or something kind of in the pocket already so they can get their player back in quickly. That said, here, quickly, it's Skinny. 2-2, 9, and they are not 9, but 10. Up by 5, there's a timeout, 1 minute 32 seconds remaining, so not a bad idea, being down only by a couple goals, to give themselves a chance to get their player back and still maybe have a shot at the win in this round. They can just get a couple quick ones, so we'll see. I mean, two goals. Granted, it has to be a 3 and a 2, but definitely not impossible. Not impossible. And especially seeing that rollout earlier, right? The rollout that got them that 3-pointer. If they can put on that kind of speed again and get that done, I mean, that'd be a great way to get a quick 3 here. But either or. Oh, look, they're waving to the streams. They're so Sweaty and Drippy. What's going? I respect the drip. I respect the sweat. I respect the mat. I'm doormat. Still waiting for the player to come back. So with that, Hunter Wildin is indeed back, and there's Sweaty again. So obviously these players paying attention to the stream here. Which on that note, gotta make sure, as much as I love these guys on Vapor, show some love to Echoholics. Rock, paper, scissors, I missed it! No! Into the void I go. Well, alas, alas. Vapor got their player back. There's still a minute and a half left here, and with this joust, let's see what Vapor can do. I don't know if they have other crafty rollouts in their books, in their playbooks, but I'm ready and willing to see it. So Drippy, Jakey getting it to Sweaty. Sweaty, wow, just 3 defensive players in the tunnel there, just offering no room whatsoever for a pass or anything. So really closing off well was Echoholics. Echoholics now back with a disc, and that could be some ice for Sir Captain Spoon. And they have a lot more Sir Captain wiggle room in the last minute of play, so, you know, I think the timeout was a decent one to take from Vapor, but they had to have scored there in that possession at some juncture, and because they didn't, that will likely do it for this round. But of course, best of 3, got at least 10 more minutes left, and if we're lucky, round 3 is on the way. That said, great passing play from, who was that, Sweaty to Hunter. It was Abchu going off of Abchu, either head or body, but whatever it was a nice passing play that still ended in the goal that they wanted. Granted, they wanted that maybe a minute ago, but points are points. And they'll gladly take that for sure. So headbutt joust coming out now. See teams definitely employing some of those lately. That almost goes into the goal in itself. Wow. Matthew, though, is going to sling it out there. And with that, the first round to Echoholics. All right, so with that said, though, we have we have Smooth right in there. Yeah, get it, because right in there. It's a different pun than the one I normally make. Anyway, Smooth with the tier 1 subs. Thank you so much there. Giving some gifts to, let's see, who was that? Can't pronounce that. Psych. Maybe that was how you pronounce it. To Psych and Knight. Thank you so much for that, Smooth. Of course, somewhere there on the leaderboards. I don't know on what the overall is, but I do know on the month, the start of this new month, Smooth Raiden is now winning over Gilligan. Which is to say Gilligan isn't on the board right now, but that's okay, because he gave like 20 for that one stream that one time. But yeah, Smooth Raiden claiming the space. Glad to have you in here, Smooth. And not just because you sub, but just because it's good to have you. It's like, again, I can go on streams on any given day, and I can expect Smooth Raiden on most of them. Not to put any pressure on you, of course. And if you want to take a break at any point in this relationship, you can. But I'm just saying. It's great to have you, and I may have distracted myself a little bit too much, because now I just put in round 3 instead of round 2. Never mind that, it's round 2. What have I done to myself? I'll fix that in a moment, but yeah, round 2, not round 3, will be Skinny with a pass to Sir Captain Spoon, getting stunned, but good recovery, wow, from Chu! Showing some strength, maybe even abs. That was fab. 2 points, going the way of Echoholics. It's not you, Pally, it's me, says Newton. I know. So yeah, now that I said it, I put in all the pressure. I push people away with my casting clinginess, right? It's horrible. Not again. But 30 seconds into this one, and first points off, again, nice recovery. Let's see if Vapor can react. Matthew having it stolen, though, from Brakara. And off of that, Bouncer, not quite, will go out to the rebounded hands of Skinny. Skinny has Chu on the backboard, or Spoon on the backboard. Had Chu and Brakara over on the barrier. But quick on the stacks as well. Recovered once more for Echoholics. Trying to line it up, but maybe too ambitious there. Sweaty with a great grab once more. Now immediately going for the boost. I like that. Look at that. Just blitzing them, giving them no time whatsoever. Everyone diving in this chaos pile as it goes back to Matthew, who just outside the chaos was there for that recovery. That was beautiful. Matthew to Drippy, and Drippy the finish. But shout out to Matthew, because you see that pile-up form down here at the trench, as it often will, right? Dog piles happen, but where was Matthew? Huh? Matthew was just over here, just hanging out at the midfield, attached to an anchor, so that once the pile dispersed, you know, either a pass could have happened, or maybe giving him a good chance for an interception. because that was the closest lane to that pile. Now a shot just off, but Skinny the rebound. Oh, the save from Drippy. And then absolutely dripping in finesse. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Right now, shooting for the stars, though, and maybe even shooting for the Bruno Mars, but taken here by Matthew at the bottom of the field. Up top to the nest. It's Sweaty trying to convert, but instead being converged by Sir Captain, and that's out of there into the trap. So slapped into the tunnel, and back to their stacks once again. But some stellar plays we're seeing here, and positioning as well. I think I let that save interrupt what I was saying about Matthew, but nonetheless, the time has passed. Point is, good stuff. Getting stunned, however, so good stun. There's Hunter trying to get the recovery, but Sir Captain Spoon actually sends it out of there with a slap. Meanwhile, the stacks gathering here in the back line. You can see everyone actually contesting them, contesting each other. No one really allowing any kind of speed, so just a couple solo players for either team able to get back to the disc. But finally, taken here by Drippy. Now trying for a dribble play. Nice stun. Who is that? Sir Captain. Hitting them with a wooden spoon. And back to the trench. Taken back by Sweaty. Lining up another three. The under slot, I guess you'd call it. And not to be confused by ender slot. Up here, though, taken by Skinny. And slapping that out of there again. So this has been just a big mishmash of punches and brawls and piles, and then clears from one end to the other. But as I said, because of all those stuns, and you know, maybe I should be paying more attention in the back line, but because of all those stuns, you're only seeing one or two players getting back into the clear. With that though, back in the clear for a goal, it's Sweaty, assisted by Drippy, Jakey, and a good 15 meter per second shot just from above. I'm nervous to replay this because I don't remember if I hit the button to capture it. Hey, I did. Nice. Alright, so with that, 6 minutes left in round 2. And Skinny with a deep fling will be taken here by Drippy. Over to midfield, it's Sweaty and Sticky. But not sticking to any player's hands too long. But still, a lot of steals for sure. A lot of steals and a lot of ping pongs. Back into the tunnel, taken here by Sweaty, but more stuns, more stuns. Ringing out the ears of everyone. Now, back into the bubble again. Sweaty trying to bother that, but Sir Captain is there. Sir Drippy Jakey is there. And another fling into the bubble. This is all kinds of chaotic. Don't even know how to call half of these plays because it's just, I start one sentence, and then the dynamics of the play change completely into something opposite. So trying to spread the floor there, you can see Matthew kind of calling for the disc, or if nothing else, directing traffic, which I do like. And that's what you need to do. There you go. They're up by 5 points. Sweaty from Drippy Jakey on the assist. But that's what you need to do. You see Matthew there calling it out, even though I don't know what the comms were, what comms were being said. You can tell it was just a case of, yeah, probably trying to tell the teammates, spread the floor, your next pass is going to go here, etc., etc. And that's what you need to do. When it gets crazy and clustered, you reset, you slow it down so you can breathe, and then find a more careful next play. So nicely done by Vapor, coming back in this second round with some strength. See if they can do it again. Drippy Jakey will not, is dove upon by Echoholics. But yeah, maybe a round 3 to end the night here on stream, at least in North America. Let's see if they can answer the call with a shot. Tough angle will miss, unfortunately for Echoholics. Could have definitely used it, but instead will be a turnover. Now everyone here piling up again. It may be a rare instance in this round of a miscommunication. Kind of everyone from Vapor in the same spot, so they didn't really need to rush that clear. Same with that one, so gotta be careful here, because you're still only at 1 goal away. I really hope that this is this isn't just me, this is the whole server, or something. That said, being taken by Skinny. We're seeing some dubstep disc a little bit. Little bit. But that said, Matthew here, slapping it over. There's Captain Spoon, and yes, sir. And that's exactly what I was saying. We were 1 goal away from this being a dangerous situation for Vapor, because now what looked like, you know, a decent lead has suddenly turned right back into just a 2-point game. But with that, I suppose a expected timeout was taken here. Due to some dubstepping on the discs. But let's see. Over to Twitch chat, by the way. A lot of people joining in here tonight, and yeah, appreciate all of you who stopped in for all these matches. We've had Master, we've had Gold, Diamond, we've had a little bit of everything. We've had Smooth Riding, even. Ah, yes. All right, so over to... I don't want to miss rock, paper, scissors again, necessarily. Although you do see we have the players communicating with each other. So I'm imagining, like, you can see the pings themselves aren't necessarily bad or anything, but there were definitely some weird connection things going on. A little bit of spikeage there, maybe, but obviously the whole server seemed to be experiencing it at that last couple minutes, so... Not sure what's being discussed, or maybe a server change, or just waiting to see if it calms down a little bit. Can't really be too sure, but either or, we're good. See, did I miss anything in the chat there? Scroll up a little bit. Pally puns, indeed. Nate, good to see Nate Appleton back in the stream. See, as I was saying, you see people, you cast them, and they go to the chat, or vice versa. It's kind of cool. Cool to have familiar faces wherever they happen to be. Let's see. Oh, Callan! Good morning, Callan! I'm so sorry I missed that a little while ago. Good morning indeed. The best morning. People in there talking about replacing different announcers, me or the Wii Sports announcer. There you go. Can't actually remember how that sounded. I should, but I don't. Or Nate saying replace it with Palidore. I have a sound clip somewhere. I don't know if I can find it real quick while we're in technical intermission or whatever this is. Let me see. I have one clip where I try to mimic the announcer voice, and I dare say I got it really, really close. Let me see. Maybe not. I thought I had it. Oh, I know where to find it. All right, here you go. Hopefully this isn't too loud. So the first one is the echo. Actually, here, let me turn off the music real quick so you can hear. First one is the echo announcer. This was like part of a video, but it's the actual echo announcer. And then the next one is me. Here you go.
Get to your launchers. Get to your launchers.
Yeah. See, I think it's pretty close, right?
Get to your launchers. Get to your launchers.
You can barely tell a difference. Anyway, pardon me while I try to figure out what's going on here. More rock, paper, scissors, I will say. Always a lovely thing. I don't know if we're switching. I mean, we can, if that's a thing. This is the last stream of the night, at least in North America, so we have time if the issues are too bad. But anyway. We'll figure it out. It's been a close second round, that is to say. I mean, a great start for Vapor. They got up ahead by 2 or 3 goals, but Echoholic's hanging in there. Definitely hanging in there. Here, let's stop by our good friends over at the Vapor side, see what they're up to now once again, as they actually do. Unpause. Okay, so maybe we'll be good to go. We can hope. And actually, yeah. So a replacement there. Is that a rostered sub or just a league sub? Looks like a rostered sub there, yeah. So Akari stepping in is a player here on the Vapor roster, and well, with that, we'll be going right back to it. So thanks for your patience and for, I guess, entertaining my casting voice mimic, I guess you'd call it, or announcer voice mimic. I don't know. Maybe we'll get Pally DLC one day. Not sure who would buy it. but I would. Actually, no, I would not. But that said, over to Sweaty. Now, what I would buy, I would totally get like a Dimwee announcer pack. That'd be pretty cool. Get that bass into the streams. Now, people slowing it down here. So obviously, something happened in terms of not communicating the restart, I suppose, is what probably happened there. People not jousting out. So with that, that's going to cause a little bit of stress in terms of resetting things to where they need to be, I assume. But yeah, it seems like unpause happened before maybe both teams were ready, which again is a little bit of a tough thing, unfortunately. But hey, that means we get to listen to some fixed music again. Nothing else. Meanwhile, chat, let's see, what's up, guys? Who's the old news? I know, but who's running cams? Yeah, that's me. I mean, you'll see any cams and casters in those replays and stuff. So, just solo riding over on the camera end of things. If it's a little bit janky tonight, I apologize. People will often notice that by the end of nights, like if I'm doing, 5, 6, 7 matches all in the same evening, like I have tonight, the camera work generally gets a little bit worse towards the end. I won't lie. Probably the casting as well, but we try. Better getting these matches casted than not, I say, so. Hopefully it's not too jank for you. Cheers to, oh, Boston, by the way. Boston 1989 with the 2 months of subscriptions at Tier 1. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. If I was on the other score screen right now, I would go on cams and give you a big old smooch. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But I appreciate that a lot. What's up? How you doing? And also, yeah, so technically, yeah, one pause per team per game in terms of the middle of gameplay, although I understand there was some miscommunication, obviously, on the whole scoring end there. Or after the timeout, so you saw that score taken, but that was mostly because no one on Echoholics had actually launched, because the timeout had been lasting, however long it was lasting, so players weren't actually clear that the game was starting again. So that's one of those situations where a little bit unexpected, or at least uncommon. So I don't know, the team's handling it amongst themselves. Or perhaps amongst the mods. I don't know if there were any tickets open. I wouldn't be clued into that. But that said, yeah, Nate in there exactly talking about momentum and such and flair. And yeah, it's definitely rough, no doubt about it. But such is the nature of online gaming, yeah. Unfortunately, from time to time. And the disc, was that the issue? I didn't even notice that. Well, whatever the case is, we're good to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And with that, we're back. All right, so thanks for bearing with us, everyone, on that little intermission. But off of that, hoping for a stellar end of this round and this match. Let's see. A 2-point advantage for Vapor. The first round was 12-7 in favor of Echoholics. So currently on pace for a round 3, but we shall see. Now, if they can score here, that would be all the more conducive to that third round. But a good steal from Skinny. Skinny, a stalwart defender, for sure. Now, Akari with the disc, and just glancing blow off of that Geo there, unfortunately. But Vapor still may have a chance at getting this back. Let's see, a Bakara there, but not really an angle for a clear. Stun coming in from Hunter, and Hunter backlines it, but a little bit too much mustard, so that's out of there. Now they need to find some stacks. Drippy Jakey actually denying that stack very nicely, but will it matter? Maybe not. There's a dunk from Skinny, and it's tied 7-7 in round 2. No, and I see, so chat pointing out, apparently it went to a neutral reset the disc. So yeah, I didn't notice, but I also, I guess, wasn't looking for it, because normally you don't expect that to happen. Now this shot, let's see, rebounded, and Skinny back to back for Echoholics on those scores. They're up by 2. Yeah, I've never seen that before, so that's a interesting glitch. But up by a couple now for Echoholics, so this is really tough for Vapor because they're having themselves a pretty good second round. But certainly these stalls, and again through no fault of their own, because there were some issues going on server side, I think. But whatever the case was, definitely a tough situation because it pretty much drained all of that good rhythm that they were building up. Now Sweaty with the disc there, setting it out. They're still not out, obviously, only 2 points difference, but they would do good to score here, needless to say. So let's see, they got the boost coming in, but a great grab from Skinny. So Skinny definitely starting to tune up defensively, and not an uncommon sight from Skinny. I mentioned I haven't casted him in forever, but Skinny is definitely a very strong defender, and so is Chu, but there's the 2. And like that, it's a tie. 40 seconds left. Unfortunately gets dragged back in, but man, you cannot deny the defense we're seeing from these teams, both in the midfield as well as just inside the goal. There's been some pretty good saves here. So OT may be on the way, either that or a game winner. Either way, you're guaranteed something exciting and something very, very important about to happen. Let's see, a great little dribble move there from Skinny, but Skinny getting stunned out. Now another grab here by Hunter. Hunter over to Drippy. Drippy way down into the midfield and taken back by Sir Captain Spoon. Now Captain just eyeing down that sideline. Chu is there with a disc. Recovering is the defense, and we're gonna get an overtime after all. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, by the way, I never did change it. This is not round 3. I know it says round 3 up there. That was my error. Overtime though. In round 2 is what we have. And best case scenario, honestly, because all of those issues, the pauses, etc., you can say no matter, right? We reset. It's 0-0 effectively. It's sudden death. So let's see what happens here. Gonna be taken by Chu and now picked by Hunter. So Hunter now eyeing down the players up right above, and maybe a round 3 about to happen from Sweaty's win. And that was indeed a sweaty win. Wow. No doubt these players were feeling that adrenaline pumping. But like that, we've got ourselves round 3 after all to end the North American matches for tonight. So happy to see it. And yeah, great match that one was. So I'll send you out to the score screen real quick. And I am going to meanwhile hydrate, so forgive me, I'll be silent for just a moment. All right. So yeah, the stats there again, courtesy of Ignite. So for posterity, I guess there's your stats from the prior rounds. Now in game they have reset, so we'll see if this pulls or not. But yeah, it will be. Yeah, no, it looks good. So thanks to Ignite again for pulling those stats. That said, I'm excited because we got a 3rd round coming officially this time. Last time I mispressed it, and this time is the real round 2, or round 3. And like that, we're getting back into it now. Now the overtime. Maybe we can expect more of that here in this one. Always love the round 3 overtimes, right? When they do happen. Sweaty here with a disc. Just missing on the ding. Trying to paint that corner, and the defense was pretty bothersome. But let's see. Will be cleared out, and taking some boosts way down the field. There's Sweaty the recovery, with defense not far behind. Chu getting it stolen by Akari, and could it be? Wow, what a 3 that was! 17 meters a second and 36 meters down. That was a great shot from Akari. So Vapor showing what they can do here, opening it up in the 3rd round. Now having, again, some pretty good success. More than pretty good, really. They're 9-2. That said, they have another 3 opportunity. We'll miss that one, but a rebound. Still have a chance for the 3, but they'll go for the 2 up from up top. So, nice job. Another turnover, another goal. I think the only thing you'd say is Okay, well, now we're kind of approaching the territory where this timeout would definitely not be allowed, I imagine. But here we are. Anyways, we will roll with it, I suppose. But for one reason or the other, timeout was taken. And time was messed up. No! Oh, see, this is why we were spoiled. We were spoiled by Rad, because this was actually a topic just 1 or 2 nights ago on stream as well. They added the timeout button, you know, back in end of September or early October, whatever that was, at the end of season 2, right? So it's been a long time since players in general have had to deal with this situation where you actually have to manually reset the times of things. So that's what happened. See, I don't even catch it anymore because it's just so rare. You're spoiled by the timeout, the pauses. Oh, unfortunate. But that said, okay, so my bad. This timeout is, I suppose, allowed in a sense, just to reset the times to the correct ones. But yeah, so getting to what I was saying though, for Vapor, you know, they're trying to climb into Diamond. Echoholics currently in Diamond, 13-7 is their record. Vapor though, 9-2. They're currently in Gold, but wins against a team like Echoholics here, against a fellow Diamond team, that can be definitely helpful to those efforts and reaching new divisions. Or yeah, new divisions here. So I was trying to find their ranks really quickly, just out of curiosity. But Vapor's definitely had a strong season, so either or, they could be eyeing it. I know someone in the chat there was kind of mentioning that as well. And even in the meantime, got Akari in there, who's also in the game, but also in the Twitch chat there, asking about the half court. Yeah, it was not too shabby. In fact, it was pretty great. A great shot for sure. Great start for them. So hey, as the timeout now just about ends, we will, guaranteed, as long as everything's in the right place, be going to the finality of this stream in the final 9 minutes officially of round 3. So here we go. It took some work to get here, but we're here. And it will be AB2 with a steal though from Sweaty, and right into the palms and into the near pocket. It's Sweaty putting them up by 8. So that is a really tough turnover for Echoholics to have go against them. But let's see if they can rebound. Still an awful lot of time left here, clearly. So let's see, pass off to Skinny to the side. Sweaty's going to bother and continue to bother, I should say, because Sweaty's just been all over those midfield plays defensively, it seems like, doing a great work now for Vapor. Echoholics trying to recover that one and send it out. You can see the stacks and the leeches as well. Good stun from Skinny. So Skinny, who had some great defensive plays earlier on in the last round as well, trying to clear it, but the reapproach from the defense not quite there. So back and forth, we're seeing some more of that pinging and ponging as we did see earlier on. Teams just jostling for position, and if nothing else, really fighting to regain any sense of rhythm after some of that stoppage. Definitely would be strong. Now obviously Vapor, they've been pretty good so far in this round, but as ever always, just a shot away from it being a game. Lost into the trap. Once more, some exchanges of possession. I think for these teams, I'd really like to see them position out more and find those passing angles, because at the moment, you know, these clears down the floor with no intended target kind of hurting both of these teams' ability to really get anything going from this point on. You know, can be very, very tough to find a rhythm if you don't get some passes in there, because otherwise you're just reliant on your clears going the right way and your chains. That said, getting back into their chains and back into the grab. That's 10 up for Sweaty. And 10 up for Vapor, that is to say. But that's the thing too, because even clear and boost, right? There's nothing inherently wrong with random clears per se, if you're a clear and boosting team. But the problem in this particular situation is boosting is still rhythm based as well. right? It's not just about passing, but even just boosting. It's all about being in rhythm with your teammates. So that's another thing, is that you can clear and boost, but you have to be feeling in a groove. You got to be feeling like, you know, like you can chain together successfully, not miss your regrabs and things like that. And that's what, you know, Echoholics, I think, and for both of these teams at the moment, need to get more of in these last 6 minutes. As hard as it is, because I know that momentum was completely halted thanks to some of those timeouts over and over. It happens, and it stinks. Oh, that said, they do get a 3 off of that last play, and that's at least what they need to bring them back within single digits, so that's a positive for them. They still have 5:53 left in this round, and trying to play some aggressive defense as they send it over to Hunter. Now Hunter, nice pass over to Sweaty, well positioned on the plays here, and may very well just buy them this opportunity at the goal. Now the stack recovering nicely for Echoholics, so good defense coming in. Skinny is trying to send that out, but will just ricochet a few different ways before Sweaty retains, and very, very lucky for Echoholics that did not go in. That would have been a little bit crippling, in a sense, towards this comeback effort. Now taking it back here, Sweaty, and Sweaty right on the pocket as well. Drops it for the 12-3 advantage. So not the 3-pointer they initially wanted, but still points nonetheless. A 9 points differential, 5 minutes left to go. And yeah, absolutely, as Smooth Ryden and everyone else there pointing out, we've seen it actually 2 different times in the streams tonight. One of them was that Tint match versus Old and Feeble. The other match I can't remember, but we have seen it twice where we mentioned, right, where one team can score, you know, 10 points or whatever in 5 minutes. The other team most likely can as well, and we've actually seen that happen a couple times on stream today. Maybe the other one was the might have been even the Ethereal match, perhaps. Either or. Ethereal Mayhem. The point is, with 4.5 minutes left, Echoholics can absolutely score here, enough to come back. It's just a matter of finding some of these passes and finding that space. But the more and more it gets wild, and the more and more you get these ping pongs, the less and less chance there is to find that, you know? So we'll see. But over here, it's going to be taken by Hunter. Hunter now with a throw, but into Chu, and Chu deep into the catapult area, the catapult exit, as they stack together to try and regather it. Less than 4 minutes left here. Brakara with a pass over to Skinny. Skinny from the cloud, trying to space out, and this is what they need. See, a point here would do them wonders in healing that rhythm that they lost. And there it is. Beautiful play executed to perfection. Now almost saved out there by Drippy, but nonetheless that was, I believe, Skinny assisting. Not quite sure. My eyes are much too bad to be reading this from a monitor, but Skinny assisting someone over there on the backboard. And that will be a very, very significant goal to just close the wound and maybe heal up. Let's see. So stacking together and sticking together very nicely there for the Skinny and Captain Spoon here. Notice how they had to reset their positions a couple different times, but look, they're really hanging on there very, very well. Only finally do they get broken up. Now, there is actually a disconnect, it seems, from Vapor, so that is super unfortunate from them. That actually happened earlier, I think, in round 1 as well. Obviously, no more timeouts to expend at this point, so that could be bad news for Vapor, but let's see what happens. Sweaty with the disc again, and that's a deep fling, and 3-on-4, they still have a chance to score maybe, but unfortunate on the overshoot. So Skinny might use this opportunity for Echoholics to hopefully get something going. Another score here would be significant if they can get there. They really, really need to press this outnumbered advantage, you know, against Vapor. Now, and especially now too, especially with one player less off the floor, this is when they really would need some passes going on. But instead, a big score from Hunter, assisted by Drippy. So no matter being down a player off of a crash, that is some serious, I would almost borderline call it ice with only 2 minutes left, though. That was actually huge for them to be able to do that. But we'll see. Launching out there is Skinny. As I said, still not over. I mean, minute 50 left. They just need to be able to execute some of these passes. I mean, guaranteed because of the situation. There's always going to be somebody, maybe even two players out in the open, but now throwing that right from the outside or right as they enter the bubble will be saved again. So putting on the clamps defensively. Really impressed here with Vapor and what they've been able to really put together as now a tap boost goes out from Sweaty. 2 tap boosts out from Sweaty and holding on steady to this lead some way, somehow. It will be Captain Spoon sending it right through mid lane. Now fast on that approach will be grabbed by Sir Captain Spoon once more. There's the pass, there's a finish, and that is exactly what they desperately needed for the last couple minutes ever since that crash on Vapor. Just to find the open hands somewhere, because there definitely are, you know, going to be a couple pairs of those. Within 7 points, less than a minute left, would basically need to be immediate threes coming in very, very soon. So for Vapor, if they can stall it, you know, in any regard, or even just, you know, have more of these dog piles, waste the clock, I mean, that will be to their full advantage. It's looking like it's in their favor, mathematically speaking. We're about at that point, as it will be taken by Sweaty. Sweaty deep down. Oh, that would be huge if they make that just for some cap off on the shot, but Skinny the rebound over at midfield. Now, deep down it goes. Another chance at a 3, perhaps, as the goalie does turn around, but will be a miss narrowly before Sweaty takes it, and taking it back as Chu, and a good save again. Hunter had some defense, or had some players bothering him on the defense, but still was able to get the save. Skinny with one more play here, perhaps up to Sir Captain Spoon, backboard, and scored. Brings it back within 5 points as the 5-second timer will expire. Round 3, through thick and thin, and through a few missed connections, just server side, credit to Vapor being able to still maintain, strong fundamentals, and even again outnumbered, they still had the saves. They found some passes and boosts, and they were able to close this one out in a clutch fashion. So with that, I'll send you to the scores in just a second. 14-9 in round 3. And yeah, that, as I mentioned, and as you guys mentioned over there in the chat too, that could be huge for them to get diamond. Now, I don't think they should be diamond now, right? I think because they were gold going into this match, and I believe in order to secure like a new rank, you basically have to not only get that rank, but then you have to win one more time to actually, again, secure it. But that may very well put them in contention if they can finish out the week or the next match, on a win. They are looking good to maybe indeed reach diamond, and that is, again, a testament to their skill, their record here. I mean, both teams putting on, fantastic records on the whole across this season. And yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's not too often you see a team go 3v4 for any span of time and be able to hold them off, but especially after all that trouble and going into the 3rd round, able to do it. But still, Echoholics putting on good work. Obviously, none of the rounds were significant differentials. Like, they were all close. So that really could have gone either way. A couple plays gone differently, different results, for sure. Now, as far as, the schedule goes there, no more matches for now. Not in North America, at the very least. There is at least one match for our OCE region, or Oceania region. And that's happening... Get this up, not for a few hours yet. Not positive if it will be streamed. We'll see, because it was a lot of matches tonight. I'm a little bit at the end of my voice. What do you call it? My vocal rope. There you go. See, end of the night. But Hydra and Entropy, it's at 2:30 a.m. my time, which I'll probably be awake. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, definitely need a little bit of a break here, a little bit of food, a little bit of hydration. Got my invisible soda. But thanks to the teams here for having me, and thanks everyone in Twitch there for joining me. I see there was a word sneak. Did I ever say frenzy? Because I didn't see the sneak, but I probably still said frenzy. So if I didn't say it, I'll refund it. My bad on that one, but. I was all up in a frenzy. There you go. Yikes! No, I've said frenzy a lot tonight, so Never know. But that's okay. No harm done. We're still friends, see? But Nate Appleton, no problem. Callan saying milk time, absolutely. I don't have milk. I only have unidentified clear drink, green screen drink. Quite the Sprite, the light, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's see. Anything else, guys? Boston, appreciate you. Let's see. Wrecked Yoshi. I know how you don't like that, but as a caster, I can't go with the full name, so you are Yoshi to me for now. But welcome to the stream as well. Thanks for joining. Akari in there. Congrats on the win. Newton Dad, Miller, and Glean as well, one of our other great casters. Just did venues with us last week, so. Okay, I think we're good. I think. Also got the match redemption there from Lolo, which I didn't call out, but I did see like earlier on when he did that, so. Sounds good. I will look into it and we shall try to get your match casted. Why am I speaking in an accent? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, Pixie, hello, and almost goodbye. We're about done for the night, at least. And, yeah, Agent, also thank you for joining. Here are your points on that note. Almost forgot. That would have been horrible if I got off stream and I forgot to give everyone their points for the next several hours. So, Vapor, the win, and that will complete the predictions. All right. With that, I think that's gonna do it for me. But good games to everyone who competed tonight. All, I don't know, 6-7 teams or so we've had the last several hours. Been fun. I'm Palidore. I've been Palidore, and I still will be the next time you see me. This has been VR Master League. Thanks as well to Katie for joining me on that match earlier on. Aurora versus Kangarillas. Fun times. And yeah. Cheers as well to, again, the subs from Boston and Smooth Riding. Appreciate those greatly. Supporting the streams and the casters and VRML. Good stuff. All right, well, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm kind of in that late night zone where I can go on for like another hour if I just don't stop myself because I'm that tired at this point. I'm going to go get me some snacks. Twitch, you're beautiful. You guys are snacks in your own right. Be happy, healthy, safe. Be good to each other.
We're underway.
That was totally by accident, by the way. I didn't mean to actually activate the credits. And we'll see you again real soon.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.